doctors. I'm with RJ, but I call him Wayne cause he's a shotter. Pick up the ladder, put it in the gun, make the nine stretch. Niggas with attitude, but we come straight out of Highbridge. I'm gon' make her panties wet when she see the way I flex. I'm gon' win the Grammy, move my family out the projects. We went from chillin' in the projects to making projects. We was tryna get to the top and they tried to stop us. I talk for myself, bitch, I don't need no fucking voucher. She looked at my wrist and she looked at 100,000. Wrist so icy, wonder why she like me, bitch, I'm drowning in water. I just bought a cube and dipped it in a fountain. Everywhere that I go, it's a light show, I'm surrounded. Bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down, bitch, I'm drowning. I just bought a Cuban ring and dipped it in a fountain. Chain so heavy, I feel like I'm holding up a mountain. Everywhere that I go, it's a light show, I'm surrounded. Bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down, bust down, bitch, I'm drowning. Just bought a brand new chain from Aviani. Nigga with attitude, but I ain't from Compton. Look cool that bitch, I'm polo down like Carton. Sniper gang, I put a nigga on the carton. I'm the shit, I'm farting. I don't know how to party.
For joining us live on Twitch and YouTube, to join our live and moderated community chat, please head over to our Twitch channel. And as a reminder, there will be no new episode of Critical Role next week as we celebrate Thanksgiving here.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is Glitch Agent back with another live stream / video. Today we're playing some more of the Baldur's Gate 3 game, early access, and the finished completed version of the game will be out August 31st for PC, Mac, PS5, and GeForce Now. So go ahead and check it out if you guys are into that Dungeons and Dragons stuff. This is a great game to play. Baldur's Gate, as some of us know, are in the world of Dungeons and Dragons over on the Sword Coast. So yeah, we're gonna get right into it here. We are gonna be listening to episode 5 from campaign 3 of Critical Role's Bell's Hells, named "The Threat Between the Walls." So, if you haven't caught up, I suggest go back, check out the other videos. If this is your first time, thank you for coming out. I appreciate it. And yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and roll in from there. So let's go ahead and start the game up. Boom.
Here in the U.S. We will be back the following Thursday on December 2nd for our next episode. Wow, there's a lot of announcements here. In comic book news...
You want me to do this one?
No, Sam, stop! Shh.
I'm a cat.
You've already done enough! In comic book news... Tales of Exandria, The Bright Queen, issue number 2 is coming soon from our friends at Dark Horse Comics. The 4-part mini-series all features writing by Darcy Van Poltergeest and art by a couple of kooks. It's amazing. So proud of it. Everyone's done such a great job on it. You can pre-order issue number 2 now at your local comic book shop and check out darkhorse.com for the latest update.
Yeah, he said poltergeist.
Sorry. Polgeist.
It's like Beetlegeist.
It's the Halloween lingers weeks after. My apologies, Darcy. You're amazing. Liam.
Hey! Boy, I'm going to try not to think about how beautiful Sam looks like as a cat. Kith and Kin, our novel with Penguin Random House, is going to be out on November 30th. Which means this is our last show before our first novel is out in the world.
Oh my God, pretend that this is it because Leah and I both forgot to bring it.
Both promised to bring it,
and
both
didn't.
forgot.
Kith and Kin tells a story of Vex and Bags. A few years before they...
You didn't bring it!
A few years before they enjoyed Vox Machina.
If you pre-order the book, you can watch a virtual Q&A the day before the book releases with myself, Laura, and author Marika Nykamp, moderated by our good friend Mika Burton. We're going to talk a bit about how the collaboration worked and about how it was for us to adapt this pre-stream story of the twins.
The Q&A will be available for those who have registered on Monday, November 29th at 5 p.m. Pacific. It will also be available to everyone on our YouTube channel a few weeks after that.
They asked us if we wanted to rehearse this
and
before,
we said no.
To pre-order your copy of Kith and Kin or register for the Q&A, visit criticalrolebooks.com.
Hey, and this is not related to Kith and Kin. This is just for me and you. If you're considering ordering any gifts for the holidays from our shops, we recommend doing spec shipping order.
Let's go ahead and jump into tonight's episode of Critical Role. So, welcome back. Last we left off, this group of adventurers had completed their first job under the watch and employ of Lord Estros. However, the individual that they had chased off seemed to return and levied some vengeance on the wandering Sir Bertrand Bell, who was slaughtered in an alley that night. Upon discovering this, you brought the body to Lord Estros, said your goodbyes, and then vowed to find the person responsible and bring them to justice, whatever your version of justice may be. Upon asking around, you decided the best place to search for this individual would be to, you asked around about this individual, discovered the name Duggar. Upon finding what bits of information you could, you heard that there may have been a connection, that this individual Duggar worked for the Corsairs, the Hasbet Corsairs, which is one of the criminal factions of the city and region beyond. Upon searching for a member or some sort of connection to the Habat Corsairs, it brought you to the Elder's Post and the Lantern Spire of Drusar. There you asked around a bit, encountered Ephred, the Shadowbaker, and asked directly, based on your previous relationship, Ashton, if they could perhaps give you some lead as to where you could speak with one of these members of you. Things didn't roll necessarily in your favor, but you were given a lead. This led you to the root. Where did I put them down over here? The root trader alcove here in the Elder Post. Upon giving the phrase, bless you, you've come for the laughter, you were ushered up through a tight spiral staircase into the deeper rock of the spire by Heron and Icefra. You were led into a darkened chamber of some kind, barely lit by an oil lantern. The hatch closed behind you, and then as other lanterns began to come into view, lighting the interior, you found yourself surrounded by a few dozen people, all lit from underneath, their various smiles and grins and mask-covered faces and eyes peering upon you. As one figure leaned in. This suave half-elf figure who leans forward, switches back from Marquesian to common. So who sent you? Why? Choose your words carefully, as points deducted for falsehood and bad humor will only prolong your eventual pain.
Well, we sent ourselves.
Those who don't know,
We're
that's
just
an idiot.
looking for anyone who might work for the Hubot Crusaders.
And I still
Friends,
fail. Holy shit.
do you know anybody around here who works for the Hubat Corsairs? I figure it'd be
which
nice
are
enough to at least
the,
let them know what this, if anybody knows anything. Everyone kind of
Is this one of those things where, like, we're here? This is them. All right.
laughter begins to break out the chamber. Yeah, a few of us have heard of them. Maybe even dabble a bit. So,
Fantastic.
once again, who sent you? And why are you here?
Duggar. Duggar. Pretend I didn't say that first one. Duggar.
It's just her accent.
Duggar.
Kind of looks left and right, and as you guys are discussing, you watch as behind this kind of muscular, sleeveless tunic, kind of leather tunic wearing dwarf woman comes up behind, blades at the ready, and just kind of.
That's the second one I've rolled.
What are you asking about Duggar for, huh?
Well, he murdered a friend of ours.
The man who originally engaged you puts a finger up, kind of towards the dwarven woman. She steps back. Maybe you had a good reason for it, huh?
I didn't think about that.
I mean, do the people in here look similar in their creepiness to Duggar, or does it seem like he...
Make perception check with disadvantage. Because it is very low lit in here.
Whoa.
Whoa! Did that just happen?
That just happened.
And is that a nat 20 on
What's
top?
under it?
It's a
What's
nat
under
20
it?
on top. That was crazy.
A 13 on the bottom, so
That's
14
wild.
perception.
That was so cool. That was cool.
14, looking around, the handful of people...
Oh, disadvantage.
Yeah. Looking around at the individuals that are close by to pick up some details on them, they do not at first glance appear to be under the same malady that Duggar was when you encountered him. The man leans forward on his knee, kind of places his foot up on this small box, and seems to have just kind of a casual energy towards you. Well, you're looking for Duggar because he married a friend of, or murdered a friend of yours. Sorry, that would be an entirely different circumstance.
Let's see if I can.
That was
My
stupid.
apologies.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, there we go.
As far as we know, they weren't married, you know?
Look, here is the problem. You know one of our hideouts now.
So this is them. We found you. So exciting.
Well, happy to be excited, I guess. And we have a habit of not leaving any loose ends. So, and he kind of just begins to look at all of you intently. Like he's looking through you, but also taking in the details, kind of reading you quickly before going. You don't look like the usual sort that would be working with decorum, and I mean that with as much respect as possible.
We're not.
No.
So you just decided to wander, asking around for the Corsairs blindly in Elder's Post until you were shanked? Is that what I'm to understand?
We've heard that your organization is one of the good ones.
Based on whose perspective?
Someone we work with.
So you do work for somebody.
Loosely.
How about we begin this with the utmost honesty? And for each continued progressive lie, one of you loses a finger.
We may have something for you.
Go on.
How much do you know about what Duggar was up to in town?
We can have this conversation in a moment. Because I'm a little curious to hear what Duggar's been up to myself. But I need assurances. Because even though you may seem on the less likely to go ahead and fuck us over, we have to make sure that we don't have to kill you. So, I need collateral, if you will.
We could just make a promise that we won't tell anyone your whereabouts.
That would help as part of the deal. But you all seem to like each other, yes? Kind of a tight-knit group?
We're just getting to know each other, really. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's a bonding. This whole thing has been such a bonding experience.
Some of them are all right.
Some more collateral then. You. You. And why the hell not? You. I need each of you to tell me somebody who is important to you and where they live. No harm will come to them. Unless you sell one of us out.
To your presence, the cub continues to gorge.
Seems like fair collateral. Just watching our backs, huh?
You want assurances where are ours?
You're the ones who said you think we're the good guys? You have my word. I know it seems a bit fraught given the circumstances, but let's be honest, you walked into the middle of our home, and we have to protect ourselves.
It's
Insight
understandable.
check.
Make an insight check.
Terrible.
Does Duggar still work for you? This is an important question.
Let's get to the order of the questions first. We have a lot on the table. Here. You tell me this collateral, I'll tell you my name, and then we can have a conversation in earnest. But we have to be careful. They're being hunted by many different people.
Do you think you're the good guys?
Doesn't everybody think they are the good guy of their own story?
Exactly. But what is your opinion?
See, more questions. I want more answers first. My plate is getting full.
Relvin.
Relvin.
Temelt. My father.
They are out?
They live in Jovan.
See, not so hard. You see one person behind kind of like scribbling down a quick piece of parchment.
How much do I have to like this person?
Enough that I find it acceptable.
Fresh cut grass. Lives in the Crook house.
Very well.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's so nice.
I thought you'd like that.
And you, Blue Boy?
My traveler, everyone who's close to me is right here.
Well, then somebody else has to give up some collateral. How about you, spooky girl?
Kind of in the same boat, actually.
This is useless to the point. It's supposed to have collateral of people that aren't here immediately. Things at home, things you care about that are in danger if you end up fucking us over. That's how it usually works.
Well, he can put up me for collateral.
It's the same problem. Oh wait, both of you make persuasion checks.
Your dice aren't even out yet. I know. 22.
She's booting up her tablet device.
No, not password.
Summoning druid power.
It is.
Open Safari.
What is happening?
Find the right
Persuasion, you
tab.
said?
Yes.
Persuasion, you say?
15 total.
All of that to get +1.
I thought it was going to be, yeah.
The half-elven man kind of like... We'll go with 2. We'll go with 2. Sure. It's plenty enough. My name is Yash Mangal.
Yash
Yash Mangal.
Mangal.
Welcome to one of our many pseudo-safe houses. And if I have to reiterate once again, if anything comes of this in a negative light, your father will likely show up dead, and your friend Fresh Cut Grass will probably end up, Fresh Cut Grass.
That's fair. Oh. Well, I guess it's a mixed blessing then that you...
What isn't really when you think about it?
Thank you, I suppose.
You're welcome.
Are you the leader?
There is no leader of the Corsairs. We are a collective.
Who makes your decisions? Or how?
We make them collectively. Like a collective. I mean...
You're the chatty one.
Well, because I am... kind of looks around. I am not taking a position of leadership, but I happen to be one of the more well-spoken and egregious members of this particular troop here that you came upon, so it falls to me. You know?
Can I ask a question? Is everybody in a mask, or is it just some of them are in masks?
Just some of them.
Okay.
You get the sense that you walking into the middle of this kill box, they didn't feel too threatened.
We're sorry to have interrupted your meeting that it seems like you had going on at this moment. But my previous question
Duggar, is he really one of yours? Or I hope to hear he's betrayed y'all in some way.
Just realized.
I accept your apology
Paper.
for ruining a very important meeting we were having, which everyone can continue. And you see a few individuals start bringing out all sandwiches and lunches, and they all go back to eating. So, Duggar, who you speak of, he no longer runs with us. But, he was a bit of a prick, to be honest. His heart was in the right place. We had a lot of aligned ideas, and...
What was the nature of his leaving?
Well, he just kind of vanished for a few weeks, about 6 months back. We thought he was taken by the Welders, maybe arrested, and we sent out a few individuals to make sure that he wasn't ratting out on us. But, and he showed up again. Rejoined, we asked him what was wrong. He said he just needed some time away to take care of something. Well, he just seemed a little different.
Did he look different?
Yeah, he began to, I don't know, looked like he was undergoing some malady of some kind. Sweating more, his skin growing paler, kind of... I was afraid he was just, well, giving into some sort of illness over time, but he also became more aloof. I was wondering maybe it was a newfound addiction, possibly. When he asked questions, he was dodgy about it, and then eventually he resigned.
Oh, you can just resign from this organization?
Well, we keep a very close eye still, so if anything
So you know
shifty
where he
happens-
is?
Well, for the most part, he stays close to his house, yes. And from between there and the wqwe Tavern.
You thought he was taken by who?
The Wilders?
The Wilders. The wardens, the guards of
That's
the
right, that's
region.
right, okay.
He does occasionally travel from his home in Smolderspire, but for the most part he stays either at his home or the wqwe. We keep watching him for a few more months, and if he's on good behavior, maybe we'll let him.
Been doing with his time lately?
No, don't really care.
Well,
You said he travels from his home. You're just talking about in town, right? Not long trips?
Smolderspire.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, he's traveling to the Smolderspire, but he lives in the Core Spire.
Oh.
You're being very forthcoming with the information. We appreciate it a lot.
Well, you all look like you're a bit lost, to be blunt about it. Relatively affable, and well, you've given me collateral, so.
Our limited experience with him, he's not acting like he's one of the good guys.
He also controls all these shade creepers. Like he can summon them. Has he ever been able to do that before?
Duggar controls and summons shade creepers.
But not normal shade creepers. Shade creepers that look like him.
Like red burning eyes.
That burst into flame when they're killed.
Okay. I don't know anything about that, but if Duggar is able to pull that off, I mean, kind of good for him. He didn't really have a lot going for him before that, aside from a quick mind and a fast stab, but...
He's been smuggling broomstone into the city, so I assume you might know something about that.
Eyes narrow for a second, you see kind of like a little bit of mental math going on before Yash looks back.
So you didn't know?
I did not... not aware of any... Broomstone trade is very dangerous. It's very protected, and there are eyes you definitely do not want to draw onto you if you are not going through the proper channels.
Do you think brimstone could cause someone to have that malady?
It's possible. I mean, it's an ancient recovered substance. And my limited knowledge of it is just in the use of sky shape elements, but anything that glows that heavily and is that close to you, I mean, would surprise me if there was some sort of a bad reaction over time, but...
We mean to find him. Is that going to be a problem for you?
No, he's not a part of the Corsairs anymore, and if he's being weird about things, if he can summon shade creepers and killed your friend, then, go for it.
Well, he's also, the only thing that we've been able to ascertain about him is that he was with your organization, so I would assume that you wouldn't want any of his sort of ill repute associated with you.
You were not aware of any ill repute until today, so if we're going to be honest about it, you're right. And he knows a lot of things that, if he's going to be on the wrong side of morality and all of this, maybe it's best that he be punished and prevented from spilling any beans. Proverbially.
Is righting wrongs what y'all are all about, or is it specifically directed at sort of the wealthy classes, or like what's your deal? What's your whole deal?
Make a persuasion check.
Come on.
Yeah.
sounds about right.
Yeah. 9.
Wow.
Yeah, she just kind of looks at you with this grin and goes, I cannot get over the fact that you have a talking automaton. This is amazing. Well done.
Well, I appreciate it. Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions, but I am entertained fully. Thank you.
Well, I just thought you might want to share what your goals were with us, just in case we could help you.
We're good on help for the time being. We have our goals. Do not get in our way.
Well, it's kind of hard to not get in your way if we don't know what you're doing, is what I'm saying. If we knew where to avoid or what you were about, it might help us avoid what you were doing.
And I can't imagine that some sort of unregulated smuggling of large amounts of brimstone into the city is honestly in anybody's best interests. Especially someone associated with you.
You make a persuasion check too.
Come on.
Do you also suck at this?
Yeah, I'm being an asshole about everything. 12.
Oh, went down.
Wow.
Tell you what, I'll put the word out that if anyone gets into a tangle with individuals that match your description, to go easy. But our business is our own. And if you manage to wander into our business again, well, I can't guarantee it's going to be as welcoming.
We'd like to stay friendly with y'all. Truly.
Then, stay friendly.
We are also available for hire, I should also say.
It's true.
Okay, hold on a second. So you are just friends looking to avenge a friend's death, but you're also working for someone.
Yes.
Who are you working for?
We're not.
A person.
Did he told us not
Sort
to tell
of
anybody.
friend that is dead, but
Clearly, if we're working for someone, it would be our obligation not to say their name, but we
he
feel
did
pretty
say
comfortable.
That he's one of the good guys. They're one of the good guys, and
He or she.
He or she.
They. Yep.
and you know that
we have gotten so much great information from you. We really appreciate your time. Did we figure out where exactly Duggar was? I mean, I know you said you were done answering questions, but you said you went back and forth from his home to the...
Court of Smolder. Do you have his exact address? Could we find him? Also, one other question outside of that. Do you have any idea where we would find an entrance into the area where the shade creepers live? Specifically ones that smell like, what was it?
Oh, it was charcoal, yeah.
So many questions. So many times crossing the line. I want to keep this friendly. I really do. And you can see this kind of wave of frustration beginning to bubble up within, and some of the people in the crowd are eating their food, have kind of set it aside, and they're just kind of watching his manner as kind of a guide of what to do. Duggar's house is on the northern outskirts of Vidundavar. It's a simple home, pale blue wood and mostly stone make. It'll be on the 12th level up, far right side. It looks kind of cold and a bit abandoned compared to the ones around it. It doesn't keep its place very well.
That's great.
It's amazing. This is so...
More than we could have hoped for.
Sorry to understand.
We're honestly quite fans.
Just of what you do in your enterprise, so.
From what we know, which is next to
little.
nothing, Lord. No, we don't know hardly anything.
But we're fans of what we do know.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure you guys are great.
She's also super into masks and stuff like that. So this whole ambiance in here is just super
Honestly,
on.
you're nailing it.
Do you have your collateral? This Duggar, he's a loose thread that is going to bring a negative light back to you. We're doing you a favor.
Perhaps. Well then, if the job is done, and the look into who you are seems to be on the up and up, then friendly we shall remain, and thankful for a loose thread being cut.
Ooh.
And if you are indeed looking for work,
those get good smelling
seem to be a sort interesting for another conversation, maybe.
May I just have a sidebar with my friends, please, for just a moment? Could you earmuffs? Oh my gosh.
Make a persuasion check.
No. 10.
You're so bad at persuasion.
Sure, everyone, earmuffs. And everyone kind of does this.
Level 3.
Okay, so, I remember that after us.
Don't say his name.
Okay, but he wanted us to speak nicely of him to
Yeah,
these
I know.
people. Should we say anything?
That's why I was wondering, because he said he did want to talk to them, right? Because he's also
Oh,
one of
he
the good
did?
guys.
Yes.
Yeah,
But he
also
told us
said
not to
just-
use his name, but then
Yeah.
he said specifically to use his...
Not.
It sounds very much...
Should we just say the man that we work alongside of, not for, is incredible. And that's all you need to know?
He might be interested in it.
Orem is listening to all this swirl of voices and just staring up at the Court of Owls.
Nice
Looking down at
reference.
them.
I got a very bad vibe right off the bat about that he was looking for someone. It felt antagonistic, and now he's being very nice, and he's given us a lot of information.
Yeah, so we should
And I
leave.
want to go. But we can say nice things about Estros if you think it's
Don't
best.
say his name out loud. I'm sorry.
What if just before we leave we just say, is great. And that could mean anything.
Literally?
We're just gonna
Say his
say
name.
there's a dude who's great in the world.
And he's a fan.
Well, I think we're probably going to go.
As you turn around, you can see there's a tall figure next to Yash who is kind of like a light gray cloak and a heavy hood, leather armor. You can't see their face, and they're like leaning in and whispering something into Yash's ear. And Yash kind of listens. I'm sorry, what was that?
Oh, we are leaving, I think. Are we leaving?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
But we do know someone, just a great guy. And he's so great. But
Fantastic. Hi. And not to, inject myself into your story here, but I happen to know a handful of really great people too.
You too?
I do.
Should we just tell him?
No, I don't feel right about it. If I have a question. If
we should go.
The figure with the hood puts their hand out onto his shoulder, and he goes like,
No, we should go. We should go.
Maybe it's an important question.
It was just that if in the future we thought we had information that would be valuable to you, is there a way we can get you that information?
you return to here,
And that's all right? We don't want to overstep.
And we don't want to say the laughter line again, because that was clearly wrong.
We can say
No,
that.
I would not say that. Actually.
Oh, okay.
What should we say?
I would say. Let me look up my notes here. Find it here, or did I lose it? It's my binder.
I'd like to imagine that he's searching through his
He's
binder
like,
right now.
excuse me just a minute. I need to look through all of my stuff.
We change our password like once a week,
Just a moment.
for
Don't
safety.
mind.
Wi-Fi code here.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
You should get a VPN, honestly.
Just come into the same vicinity of this, the woman who runs downstairs, and say, he kind of thinks for a second, because I can't find the sheet of paper that I'm looking for that has the actual phrase.
Oh, and you're going to find it later and be all mad.
No, it is a new one. I'm going to find it, because I don't want to fuck it up.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
part of my own notes. Thank you for your patience, actually.
I think we're doing a good
Say
job.
TBD.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
There it was. He thinks to himself, just mention the phrase, you've come to loosen the snare.
We all write it down.
Yeah, we're all writing it down.
And will none of us be able to find it?
I'm going to be a note taker this campaign.
Same.
I'm
Thank
being a
you so
note-taker.
much for your time. It's been a pleasure getting to know you a little better. And whether you know it or not, you made my day just so much brighter by chance. So thank you.
I love this little metal person here. This is amazing.
He's quite wonderful.
They grow on.
Well, bye-bye.
Yes, please leave. But thank you. A pleasure to meet you all. A lot of good conversation and whiplash. But, well, good luck with Duggar, I guess.
We'll let you know how it goes.
Question: while all this was happening, and he was like getting the whisper, and the guy was like, "Come on, it's time to go." What was everyone else doing? Does it look like they're rallying? Does
Half
it
of
look
them
like
are eating
something's going on?
lunch, it looks like, and the other half are just kind of keeping an eye with a hand on their weapons at the side, kind of being guarded at the ready.
Okay.
They seemed to lose interest when it became more of a conversation than a scuffle.
I guess we'll exit.
Sure. Right as we're getting ready to go, I'll just say, on the way in, I bought this from a baker in town. Would you want it?
I appreciate the offer, but I do not make a habit of eating phantom pastries.
It's real.
The source is dubious. It's been in your pocket. Get out of here.
Orin watches as the whole group exit and go down the stairs, and he's the last one out and just looks at the whole room and follows Imogen.
I was gonna say who it was from, but then I was afraid it would be bad to say the name of the person that sent us.
Yeah, and then he
thought
it
wasn't real.
I don't necessarily know that it's bad to say anyone's name.
I don't know.
Now I'm feeling somewhat guilty for not saying Asteros.
No. It's good that we didn't say it. And don't worry.
Here's specifically talk him up.
Anyone's name.
Yeah, he did.
He specifically said
Well,
to talk
y'all,
about-
don't worry, because we said his name twice, and they know they heard us.
How far away from the door are we?
You guys are just stepping down like the first few steps of the spiral staircase that exits.
Should we still have a chance?
Just yell it back?
I am going to.
Go for it.
All right.
Hang on.
Silence.
I make a jump to cover the mouth.
You know, we were so
am I
much
doing?
more organized when Bertrand was around.
This is your head. This is your head.
I feel like we were, because here's the thing: like as much of a showman he was, he was good at talking.
Yes.
He had leadership qualities.
Yeah.
Even though he was a slimy dirtbag, you know, he had a lot of good qualities to him.
He was a great wrangler.
Yes. Yes. Well, look, we're probably going to see Yash again, right? This is not the last time that we're going to be here.
We're here in town.
We're here in
Come
town.
back.
We can always
You
come
can see
back.
Lord
We can
Ashtaroth.
build trust over time. Trust for them. Trust for us. Trust for everyone.
We'll try with a conversation where he doesn't threaten to cut our fingers off first.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly.
Feel things out.
And we have a lead, right? We know where Duggar lives.
Yeah.
And what
Yes.
time? It's
So let's
early.
go murder him.
Oh, that's okay.
Is it early right now? What time is it?
It's time for murder.
It's always time for murder.
Let's see, you guys.
We got up.
You guys crashed that evening, or some of you crashed the evening in Esteros's place. The
Yes.
next morning, that's where you guys reconvened. So that's where you returned. But it says, I'm gonna say mid-afternoon.
Great. Murder time.
Should we get like a late lunch before murder?
Yeah, because you don't want to do murder on an empty stomach.
The hatch closes.
That whole time. They're like, shut up.
Heron's like, all right.
Thank you for your hospitality. Have a shiny day.
What spire is is this place? Is
Dundavar
We're in the
is-
Lantern right now.
That's in the core spire,
This is
right?
the core
that's
spire?
That's where we live.
That's the neighborhood of where you
Yeah.
were staying.
That's the main.
So that's where we're going.
We're going to talk to some
So
of
he
your
lives.
friends.
He lives in the same neighborhood that we live in. That's kind of scary.
Your neighbors.
I know.
And where he killed Bertrand.
Right around there.
Right around.
Well, they say most accidents happen within 50 feet of your home. So
Since we're here, does anybody want to spend some cash on like maybe a couple healing potions? Considering that we got our asses kicked last time, pretty fucking hard.
That's true. Do they have anything here like that?
You can definitely look around and ask around if you'd like.
Hold on to your coin purses.
you mean like at this place where we are currently, Root Trader Alcove, or like around?
I mean, there's places at the Elder's Post. There are other places throughout the Lantern Spire that you can check around. Like you would know, there's a couple of you know, it's the Yoharag Smithy. If you're looking for any sort of like metal and weapon or armory based stuff, there's the Trove of Marwa, which is kind of a general goods gathering
one I
element
don't
there.
know, but I'll take
Actually,
your word
you can figure that one as you go.
Okay.
Yeah, well, if you know some places, let's stop.
I mean, the smithy is mostly just armor and weapons, but they might at the very. Do I know the Trove of Mara or do I not?
I would say you've heard of it. You may not have been there.
I don't know where it is, but we could ask around.
Is that what you're
Is that where they would have?
It's where they would
potions or-
probably have potions or something like that. But we could also ask at the smithy and just see what comes up. So
Let's go to where you think they'll be. The magic-y place.
it's a big shopping district, if I recall from reading up, or is it scattered a bit?
As far as the Elder Post, you mean?
On the lantern,
The Lantern Spire has like a loose market district. It's the initial spire where people that are entering the city by foot are. So there's like kind of an open trade. It's a little hard to find the real good quality stuff in between, because a lot of it is either sold for people that are exiting or people that are just passing by. A lot of knickknacks and travel elements there. But if you dig past that, you're sure you can find some good stuff.
Let's ask around and see if we can figure out where the Trove of Mara is. But as I've heard that place is pretty good. I've never been, but
Let's do it.
and preferably I think someone else should ask around, because I look like I'm gonna rob somebody. So
I'll walk up to a stall.
actually,
Okay. As you kind of walk, are you in the Elder's Post?
Yes.
Okay. You the first stall that you see at your disposal is a kind of a rugged-looking wooden stall that looks like it's been repaired 7 different times. One of the wheels is almost kind of more there to hold it up as opposed to be pushing it. And you see there's an older woman there with these like small little glasses at the tip of her nose, bright eyes with these bags underneath that have like this kind of white makeup like material underneath that just causes kind of the face to brighten up a bit. Her hair is pulled taut to one side and kind of given this kind of side braid that curls down, and she has this little outfit on, and she kind of sits there and glances over you as you approach.
Hi.
Hi.
Can I see what her cart has on it? What's she selling?
Looking down at the cart, you can see there are manner of small leather folds. It looks like they're like bracelets and belts and other bits of like simple tooled leather materials for just accessories and straps. And
Oh, these are lovely. Can I pick up just a little leather pouch?
yep.
How much would this be?
That would be about 5 copper pieces.
5 copper.
Yeah,
All right. Do you make these yourself?
my daughter makes them.
That's wonderful. That's
I'm just the one with the silver tongue.
And what's your name?
My name is Jiraiya.
Nice to meet you, Jiraiya. I will take this leather pouch, and I'll pass over a silver.
Big spender.
Well, I also wanted to ask you some information.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Could you point me in the direction of the trove? What is it called? The Trove of Mara? No. What is that? Really what it
Trove
is?
of
Did I
Mara.
actually remembered it? Wow.
yeah, well done.
You're looking for Marwa.
Maybe.
Okay.
Why?
No reason.
I'm just looking for. I'm just looking for a place to buy, general goods, potions, stuff like that.
Mara could help you.
Okay.
plenty of others here in the post that could help as well.
That is an excellent point.
Insight check.
How many people are around us right now?
I mean, there's maybe 4 or 5 that are in a 10, 15-foot vicinity of you that are just kind of walking by or going to other carts. Make an insight check. What are you checking into?
Does she hate this woman? Or whoever
You
Marrow
gotta
is?
make an insight check. And you make a persuasion check.
Wait, what is my? Oh my god. 14.
Whoa.
Clunk, clunk.
Persuasion. Whoa.
Oh,
I'm good
whispers.
I'm good at persuasion.
Whispers.
That's right.
Everybody.
Really good.
Hit Point Press is they love cats and they
Don't put the mask back on.
I don't have it,
God.
but they sent us an owl,
yourself.
and it was very nice of them. By their
21.
wares.
21. Okay.
I sell other things. If you're looking for things that aren't leather, you're welcome to look around. If you're really looking for something that Marwa has, then so be it.
Do you have any other recommendations outside of Mara?
What are you looking for?
Someone that would give us a good deal on potions, and we might be wandering into a dangerous situation.
I can introduce you to someone.
And this like cute little granny you're quickly seeing has this like kind of dark undertone to her.
Follow me.
And she goes ahead and quickly, like in a rapid succession, closes down her cart, like, locks it, finishes it up.
If we're far enough away from enough people, I would like to just tentatively see what is going on in her mind to make sure she's not trying to set us up for another freaking ambush.
Okay, so you're opening your mind in her direction.
Second location.
Yeah, but I want to like
Second location.
tell the group to like step the fuck away from me. I'm gonna just follow her at a distance, so that I can try to get as isolated as possible.
Okay, it's a little hard here in this busy street,
Right.
but we can do the best you can.
Okay.
All right, so it's not a long jaunt to where she seems to be taking you. So in that brief time, as you're kind of gauging the space around you, you can maybe attempt it within the presence of 4 other people interfering.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll.
Okay.
New toys.
I succeeded!
Okay. As you're walking, you catch the surface thoughts, which are just
Fucking Marwa taking all the work. It's kind of hard to work when someone's so above board.
And then as you dig deeper, the next thought is,
But if I can squeeze a commission out of this and can upsell them all that, then this is going to work great for both me and Advic. All right.
Are you taking us to an actual place of business, or would we be heading to another stall, another
she stops
vendor?
and turns around with a big smile.
There are many folks here that wander the various wilds and beyond and bring back many great secret things, concocting many ambrosias that can stave off defeat and death. One such traveling merchant is an old friend of mine named Advic, and I'd like to introduce the two of you. I'm sure he could be of help.
Have you left everyone in the dust, by the way?
Have I what?
Left the group in the dust?
I'm...
Okay.
Let me just, let my compatriots know where we're...
Of course,
headed.
take your time.
And I head back to them for a second. So, Advic, wasn't that the name of one of your friends?
Yeah, friends loose, but yeah.
This lovely woman, Juria, off in the distance a little bit, she's leading us to him. Says that he has a lot of good deals on wares.
Yeah.
Should we do that, or should we go to the Trove?
Let's see where this pans out. I will stay in the back just to.
Are you going to get us worse deals or better deals, you think?
Oh. Honestly, I don't think it'll matter.
Is this dangerous?
What isn't at this point?
Shopping at the Trove, I would imagine.
Let's see where this goes.
All right.
clearly we're meant to go, sometimes you're going to wander into something. We've already wandered into one thing. What are the chances we're going to wander into 2 terrible things in one day?
Well, it's pretty high, honestly.
Bertram
Thank you.
started the day off by dying, so I think we're on a great path.
That's one person having one bad thing. This is a group of people having, and that didn't happen to us.
Yeah, I'm with Ashton on this, and not just because he told me that I matter to him.
Thank you.
I think in life, it's no pain, no wane, is what we used to say all the time.
What does that mean?
Oh, well, we knew this guy named Wayne, and he hated to get injured. So we would always just say, no pain, no wane. I guess you had to know him to make it make sense, but...
Think of it this way, we're supporting small business.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
I always prefer to keep things below board, if you can. Fuck. All right, let's just do this shit.
Her again?
As you guys are finishing this conversation, you turn and you can see that she's currently having a conversation with a figure. You can see now before you is this massive presentational cart. You can see, compared to the one that she had, this is probably like 3 carts lined and then locked together with a vast spread. You're familiar with this site as it moves throughout the city at times. A great sign that says Advix Wandering Curiosities and Collections.
Oh, wow. This is way more than I expected.
Yeah.
And the man you see she's talking to is a human man with looks like long black hair that is oiled back and kind of pulled into a part on the side into a long ponytail that goes to his mid-back. He has a thin pencil mustache that runs just past the edges of the mouth. He's thin with good posture and keeps his hands kind of ready to present. He's wearing a nice little button-over shirt that has a formal look to it, with a tattered cloak around it that also looks world-wearied. And as he's talking with this old woman, he looks over at the rest of you. Come, friends, please. I've been told that you are looking for goods from all over.
Are they above us, or...?
They're up here and they're behind it. Tell me what you need. I have many things, please.
I think we're looking for a little survivability.
Mm-hmm.
So, protection, weaponry.
Healing.
I may be able to help. So I was wandering not too long on the outskirts of the Heartmoor and met a nice young man named Amarash. Amarash was an herbalist, and after a night of drinks, he began to regale me with the tales of his family's great technique in brewing the finest of herbal remedies. Over a game of cards, I managed to win from him quite the collection, and I have him here with me. He lays on the top. You can see this small kind of squarish leather case with a flap that he pulls back, and you hear the clinking of glass, and from there you can see there are 4 small vials with a kind of somewhat brackish red liquid inside that shakes a bit as he sets it down. I've been, looking for the right home for these, and there have been questions brought about, but it just didn't feel right until you all walked up, and I have to say, maybe it is destiny.
Oh, insight check.
Oh, insight check.
I know, I feel like
Nope.
this is a total scam.
I know. What are those concoctions?
Well, you said you were looking for things that could keep you alive, that could heal. These are potions of healing.
And they're from the Heartmoor Take?
They were created and brought back from the Heartmoor.
Boy, I missed that my first go.
May I see one? Just hold my hand, maybe.
They don't look like healing potions we've seen before, do they?
They look adjacent.
Mm-hmm.
Healing-esque.
So you rolled you were doing inside check, you said?
I did 16.
16?
I did 7, 6.
Oh! Healing potion whispers. So many whispers
Prepping your
Hit point press, everybody. And Kith and Kin.
Oh my gosh!
Available now at booksellers everywhere. I wasn't paying attention.
It's such a beautiful art.
Oh, that's so nice.
So beautiful. Wow.
You got a copy of Kith and Kin?
Make a medicine or arcana check on how you want to inspect this.
I want to look for any discerning marks, like maybe this fell off the back of a truck.
Oh, okay. Then that would be an investigation check.
All right.
Cat.
That's cocked, yeah.
I was good.
Yeah, I know.
No, it's very bad. 8.
I mean, the glassware looks fine. It's not like, beautiful elvish glass work, but it's, it's functional.
How much do these run?
Well, these are, as professed by this individual, a family recipe, and the Heartmoor is a very lauded location and source for herbal remedies. But, seeing as how you're friends of Ashton, I will give you a discount. 115 gold apiece.
I pop a coin into my mouth. Sounds good to me.
What the hell?
Sorry, just peckish.
All right.
And
All kinds.
having bought a healing potion before, I know how much they cost. How much do normal healing potions
It can depend on where you're sourcing it. Some places it's cheaper, some places it's more expensive. You commonly see them between 50 and 75. But you also have not seen healing potions like these.
Yeah. What kind of healing does it do?
I mean, the healing kind.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if I have a cut on my arm, is it going to heal that? Or if I have a broken leg, is it going to heal that?
I take it you have not traveled to the Heartmoor.
I have not. Have I?
Make a history check.
Where have I been?
Obviously. 3.
You know nothing about the
I know
Heartmoor.
shit.
But I assure you, while these may look a little rough around the edges, the coloration a bit less delicious, they stem from the finest of herbal ingredients, and they'll heal far more than just the scattered bump on the knee and the small cut to the cheek.
May I?
Oh, I give it back to him. I'm sorry.
May I? Just hold it.
What else do you sell around here?
Oh, I sell many things.
Actually, I should probably say, hey, Advic.
Hello, Ashton.
These kids are new in town.
I
and
can tell.
I'm helping them establish some relationships. So I just want to make sure that that's absolutely clear, because these don't seem like the sort of kids that once they find a place they like and trust, I don't think they're going to stray very far. Certainly not into anybody's trove. Do you have anything in the back that's particularly interesting? You know what I mean?
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
He knows I'm full of shit. That's the problem. Oh my God! Thank God. 13. For me, that's great.
I've got a few things, friend.
I'm trying to impress some new people.
I understand. Well, travelers, you say? Goes underneath the cart and kind of rattles around for a second and pulls what looks to be this small pair of kind of reddish maroon stones, about that big, about a little larger than a gold coin, fit in the palm of your hand with some insignia on them. If you are to be quite a distance from each other, these can help bridge that gap for important conversational topics. These are no descending stones. Rare to find, hard to make, but nevertheless, Advic places them before you.
That could have been helpful back at the warehouse.
Yeah, really could have.
Yeah.
How often can you use them?
Once a day.
Still good.
Just
how much?
like say something into one stone and it comes out of the other one? I don't understand.
Kind of traces his finger along the outside. Once a day, you can speak a phrase of up to 25 words, and no matter where they are on this realm or perhaps another, they will receive it and have the opportunity to retort immediately.
I understand.
How much do those cost?
Well, like I said, hard to make, hard to find. But I could part with these for 300 gold pieces.
Pretty cool. Orm grabs them and tosses one to Dorian, and he jogs 50 feet away.
Without paying?
That's right. Hey, I'm just wondering if you can hear anything. Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now? Can you hear me right now? Just testing. Just testing.
It works!
Oh!
Did it work?
Did it?
Did it?
Don't you have to
It's a little crackly. It's not the best reception, but it is good.
So,
I don't know anything about magic.
yeah, you just start talking into the stone and nothing happens.
It doesn't
Oh, it
work!
doesn't
I
work.
was lying!
You have to invoke the enchantment on the stones.
I'm not getting anything.
Me either!
Orem,
I'm so sorry.
I just say in Orem's head, get back here.
Thanks. Do you know how to use this?
No idea.
Cool. Strides back up. Here's your rock.
What do you have to say to invoke it?
You just have to rub your finger along the runic carving on the front and think carefully about the individual and then speak the phrase aloud.
Try it again, but finger the symbol. Go like, and then think about Dorian.
He just silently walks away.
Turns to you, Ash, says, if he doesn't come back, I'm going to take that out of your hide.
If he doesn't come back, I'll take that of his.
Okay. Diddle the sigil.
It begins to glow.
Dorian? Blue boy? Hello?
And does it transmit through the other stone?
It does.
It
Fantastic! Oh, there we go.
This is amazing. It's like a low-tech version of what you two do.
Yes. So is he able to respond back one time, or it's just one-time voice memo?
Dorian's not here right now. Leave him a message and he will call you back.
Did you rub it?
I didn't.
Oh,
Could you hear?
Shit.
Could you hear?
But you could see it was glowing as you
Oh, you're
received the
fine.
message, and then when you finished speaking
Why
into
did you
it, the
clap
glow
in his
faded.
face so much while he was
Because, we need to
talking?
test it if we're in a loud environment.
Oh, I understand.
You know, does it pick up everything? Is it like a very directional, or is it omnidirectional?
I'm tapping it. I'm tapping it.
I wonder if he can hear the taps.
You cannot hear anything.
Nothing.
Did you get the message that hurt?
No, I didn't feel it.
I can take it you're satisfied.
Yeah, it seems like it works. We might need some practice with it.
Wow, I'm sorry. I thought you were full of shit. Okay.
I'm taken, most do, until they realize the splendor they're in the presence of. So, 300 gold?
Anybody want that?
Let's see,
How
we
many
might be.
potions?
4 potions.
4 potions at 115 each.
I did want to do a check on it. Can I just check the medicine in it? Like do a medicine
You can
check?
do a medicine or arcana check.
I'm gonna do a medicine check, and I'm just gonna just stick my finger in and put a little bit on my gums.
Sure.
See if it's good.
Healing potions work differently in the Feywild, guys. It's,
Pure uncut healing.
Gingivitis. Wow.
oh, God.
15.
15. Based on the texture, the scent, the strange kind of fuzziness that meets your gums as you place them on, you get the sense that they do appear to be legitimate healing concoctions. And just by the faint bit that you did utilize to be able to sense that means that they have a potency on par with what you were expecting.
Your canker sore closes up.
This is very good stuff. I think these are worth. I think we should get them all.
Do you do like wholesale prices, bulk purchase?
Well, if you're making many purchases, there are arrangements that can be made. How much are you buying?
If we bought all 4 of those potions, would you be able to knock the price down a bit on each?
Make a persuasion check.
13?
13. I could knock a 25 gold off the final price.
Of each one, or total?
Total, my scary friend.
Advic, didn't you say you won these in a card game? This is no overhead lost for you.
No, but I also have business to maintain it, and I understand the goods I carry are worth what
But
they're worth.
maybe you could get more business if you knock a little bit more off.
No.
What if we also got the send-in stones?
That kind of money.
Sounds good to me.
Say the lot for 650.
That's a pretty good price for everything.
That's a very good price. Yep.
I'll kick in.
I'll kick in.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't have anything.
Oh, right, because he has all your money. Ashton?
I'll kick in.
All right, great,
I got 100. I can push at that.
great. And is that of your money or FCG's money?
It's our money.
All the money together?
Yeah.
Um,
I'll give 100.
wow. Yeah, we would love to buy everything.
Well then, splendid to make your acquaintances. Which, by the way, let's make some acquaintances. As he goes ahead and closes up the leather satchel, pushes it forward, and you all can mark off your corresponding split of 600 gold.
All right, how
There's
much
100
did
gold for each.
everybody give? You gave 100, 100.
Everyone puts in 100.
You
That's
put-
six.
I'll put in
100.
Other than FCG.
100,
I
100.
never have to worry about this shit.
Okay.
You're gonna want magic shit at some point.
We'll have to buy it for
Well,
An absolute pleasure doing business with you. Thank you so much. And you are, by the way.
oh, we
Are
are.
grateful and thankful for your business.
No.
Oh.
Names.
Hi, I'm Fresh Cut Grass.
All right.
Dorian Storm.
Ladna.
The last name?
Ladna.
Okay.
Ladna.
No, just Ladna. It's not like a Mario Bros thing.
Ladna, just Ladna.
Oh, I'm Fern Calloway.
Callaway. What a nice last name.
That's beautiful. Thank you.
Imogen.
And what was your last name?
Temmel.
I thought you wrote down everything, FCG.
Didn't get it.
Just Orum.
And you would all consider yourselves friends of Ashton.
Getting there, yeah.
Recent friends, yeah.
I'm not sure.
They haven't known me long enough to have come to an assessment.
The best of
just-
friends, I would say.
Proud that you found friends.
Let's give it time. Thank you for taking care of them. And you know how to put the word out if you get anything interesting. You know where I am.
Very well. Thank you all so much for coming. And don't forget, Advic is always your humble servant. Now move along. I have more people to sell to.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
We leave.
All right, I got a
You said that you did not get along with that fellow, but he was delightful and wonderful in every way.
And gave us a discount because of you.
What happened? What's the story, Dish?
Can everybody also give 4 more gold? I think that does the math.
Sure.
No. That's wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And Orum said he just thinks 6, 3, 15, 25. 1.
I gotta figure it out. It's like 10 more gold each person, maybe like 9 more gold each person. Hold on.
What kind of potions are they?
They are potions of healing.
Hey!
Healing?
Puts me at
8
10
gold. Everybody gives 8 additional gold.
11 gold I have.
I've lived in this town a long time. I do a lot of work in this town. I do a lot of favors. I piss a lot of people off. Sometimes it's a little difficult to remember what the last interaction was with somebody and whether or not something I did for or to somebody else has affected that relationship. So, clearly, there are a few things that have not gotten back to Advic yet, and that's a positive for now. So
you're friends for now. Sure.
Friends is a complicated word. I try to avoid it. It implies a layer of trust that is not necessarily healthy. I mean, take, for example, our employer. Clearly, everyone has made a few judgments about this person. I feel like it's a little too early to be speaking of the character of somebody that we just fucking met that is just fucking some guy with enough money to hire a bunch of fucking people to do some weird fucking shit and then fill their house with a bunch of death objects. It just still rubs me the wrong way. I'm not there yet. I'm just saying.
I don't disagree.
Fair.
Yeah.
How many potions did we get?
4. Yeah, so I'm holding them up. Who all's gonna take one?
Well,
who gets the most damaged?
I can heal, so probably shouldn't be me.
I can heal.
Laudna, you're fragile.
Okay. Ow! Thank you.
Watch your fingers.
Sorry.
You are a wet Kleenex. Please hold on to
I
that.
can hold one to give out to others.
Sure. That's a good idea.
Yep.
You're real.
Now you know it's real.
Okay, so you two had one, Fern, or
I think I'm able to heal as well, so maybe it'd be better to.
There you are. And Orm, you're always up in the fray.
I'm all right.
No, I think you should take one.
Plus, you're very nimble if you need to get to one of us.
That's true.
That is true. That's fair.
I have an above board question. How much of my inventories carry over from Game 0 from the summer? All of it, or
none of it?
We get it, Robbie. You were in EXC when I wasn't. Okay.
I have 10 healing potions in my inventory.
The truth, I have 3. So I would like to give them. That's why I spent all my money on.
I would say in the time that's happened since you've used 2 of them, so you would have 1 left.
What about you, Fern? How many do you have in your?
I don't have any. I think I just threw them away.
Taking a
need these.
But to that point, there's your
Well, actually, I have 1 more to give to the cause, and since I can heal, someone else who can't should take it.
Why don't you take one?
I already have one in my bag.
Are you sure you don't want to keep it?
Yeah, keep it.
Are you sure?
Keep it, Dorian. Yeah.
Are you
bought it
saying that
yourself.
because you think I need it?
No, I'm saying it because it's good to have them spread out amongst everyone.
And you definitely need it.
Now you're both ganging up. It feels like you're doubling up on.
At the moment, yeah.
You hear in your head.
I will keep it.
Calm down, Dorian. It's fine.
Just want to make sure.
You're fine.
Thank you. Why am I so contented? It worked, goddammit. Didn't have to roll.
All right, we should head to the core spire.
Oh, and who's taking the sending stones?
That I have an opinion about because everyone in this group can talk using their brains. So that I feel like I should hang on to.
Sure.
And then either Fern or Ash here.
Wait, we can all talk using our brains? What do you mean?
I mean, technically, everyone can talk using their brain. I think that's the core function of it. But
You can. You hear in your head. You can talk all you want.
Only a little help. I don't know why I tried to do a ventriloquist act there, but I
You
did.
can talk to you, Fern, in your head.
I'm
all you
saying
want.
a bunch of shit.
I'm hearing it all.
Okay. All right. Yes, sending stones. Who do we give the
Orem and
God.
you.
Fern.
That way, if we get split up, you two will be on separate teams.
But I don't know if I want to be without Orem.
Oh, all right.
Ashton?
Ashton?
Sure.
Dorian
got
had the
it?
other one.
Oh, I have it.
You had the other one.
Mime throwing it to me.
Hurry up and mime, Robbie. God.
I didn't know. I didn't even know I had it.
I lost it, you guys.
And I swallow it.
It's gone. It's gone.
I can give it back to you in 6 hours.
Yeah.
No, it has been used for the day.
Yeah, so it's
So
useless today.
Yes.
Useless today, but tomorrow it should be good to go.
What's it called, just so I can add?
Sending stone.
Sending stone, thank you.
We had one of a pair in the last campaign.
Oh, yeah. We never found the
I
other
almost talked into it so many times.
You should've.
It was never the right moment. Something was always happening. Something was always going wrong.
Should we go find Duggar?
That's
Duger.
Is it Duger?
No, it's
now you got me in my head.
I say we scope out the place, take a look, maybe.
18 shade creepers and counting.
I think Duggar has like 18 brothers and sisters.
Oh no.
Just a little bit of reality TV.
All right. Yeah, let's head to the windowed
Yeah.
windowed wall. To the I always forget.
Oh, to Dugers? To
The
Duggars? So you go to the
Dune
Dune de Bar.
Dune de Bar, the window
The
wall.
Dune de Bar.
All right.
Had a window in the shower.
Pale Blue House, 12th level.
And we are living on the first level or the second level?
You guys are kind of in the lower section of this whole neighborhood kind of climbs up into dozens of stories up into the edge of the spire wall. You were about like the third or fourth, I want to say. This is a little further ways up into like kind of the northeastern side of what you were given instruction for, but you still have to find it in the colorful patchwork neighborhood that is the windowed wall.
This place is pretty crowded.
But who is helming that since?
I feel like we should, right? Since we live around here.
You're doing all right. I know it's been so much here lately.
I'll assist.
It's all right. Yeah, the sleep helped.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, Anna.
And all that stuff with having to give your dad up for collateral. But it's...
Yeah, that...
We'll talk. We'll put a pin in that. All right.
All right, if you can make a perception check with advantage, since Ashton is helping you.
Thank you. Oh, thank God. 19.
19. A short time into looking across the knotted expanse of this neighborhood, you pick out a few possible buildings that kind of match the description that you were given. Upon going and inspecting a handful of them, and there are like, some of it is just like vertical buildings, and there's like a shelf with a street, and then a few more buildings, and another shelf street, and it's just this really wonderful, like climbing, I want to say like a multi-tier cake of a neighborhood that continues up on the side of the spire. And about 4 of those streets upward, you see off to the far right before a spire break hits, where you see a cluster of buildings, one at the base near the edge of where that spire break is, that has that same kind of dull gray stone exterior, and kind of looks like the other ones, but not as lively.
I'm sorry, what do you mean by spire break?
Sorry, there is a portion of spire stone that has not been built into, that just kind of breaks up the neighborhood. Mm-hmm. So it's just like houses and houses and houses, and then stone, naturals, and then houses. Okay.
And it was like a powdered blue?
That's it?
Yeah. A blue house?
That's the one. As I kind of like duck down and point everybody.
What's our play here?
I have no idea.
Should we send someone in to just sort of see if Duggar's home?
Well, I mean, Bertrand faced him alone, and
just as a spy out, like a look-see is what I mean.
I think just take a look around the perimeter first, see what buildings are next door, what the best way to get into it when it's time.
Most
maybe
of the houses around here, you can't get in any way but the front. They're built into the rock.
Oh. So there's no way he could sneak out through the back.
Unless
there's
the shade creepers.
Drop thing.
There's a hole in our house that they got in through, so I'm sure a lot of the houses here might have the same situation.
I mean, there's got to be a way to get water into them. There's got to be a way to. A lot of them probably have access to sewers.
It's a pretty safe assumption we would find a hole in the back of his place.
Well, then, I mean, we should at least just go take a peek-see just to see if he's home, and then we can decide whether to storm in or wait till he comes out.
He does seem to probably be the type to do his skullduggery in the evening.
Are we in a purely residential area, or are there eateries and shops or anything else here?
This portion of the majority of the windowed wall is residential.
Okay.
There are some people that convert their front kind of porch areas into kind of makeshift eateries. They kind of cook at home for the neighborhood and stuff, but most formal businesses are further to the right and left of the windowed wall and hit the kind of main streets. Oh, God.
Are we?
Emmy winner.
Is this the same spire that we saw the big 1,200 foot drop?
No.
That's the other spire. One of the other spires.
The Weary Way Tavern.
That's the lantern. It's a different spire.
That's the lantern.
This is the Spire by Fire is in this.
Correct.
This one.
That's right. Okay.
This neighborhood's got a lot of waterfalls that kind of it's very
really beautiful.
pretty. It's a very pretty neighborhood. Yeah.
Are we hidden?
You guys are just kind of up the street, like a few houses, just kind of looking over a bit. It's still broad daylight right now. It's like late afternoon. You're probably about an hour out of before sunset hits, and it's not very bustling. You know, it's just higher up in the neighborhood. Fewer people traverse the small paths and the kind of staircases and ladders that lead to the upper areas. So it's not like it's a very busy space.
This one home surrounded by other homes is plain to see.
You've seen a few that were like it, but this one just kind of deeply matches the description that you've seen before.
Right. Sorry. Question is, if you're in front of this place, like it's not around a corner, it's not in an alley, it's
just a house.
out for anyone in the neighborhood to see.
Yeah. You can see houses immediately to the right and left of it as well, too.
And how big is it? Like, I guess, does it look like a guy lives there, or is it like a larger home?
Is it like a 4-bedroom?
Yeah.
Right.
I want to know how big it is.
Like that.
3.5.
It is a single-story building.
Yeah.
It looks to be about, from what you can see, just 20 feet from side to side, so not massive by any means, but not a tiny hovel either. It looks like it's a small home for a person that was making a moderate living.
Well, let's talk it out. We still got sunlight, right? So if we try to go in now, we could be easily spotted. We could also walk in on him. That means we're tangling, probably. We could wait for the sun to go down. Then we can wait, see if he comes in or goes out.
If he goes out, can wait inside. Do the ambush thing.
What I was thinking, and we could have some time to root around as well.
I could probably make a little disturbance right now. See if it lures him out.
Like knock on the door or something?
You're very disturbing. How disturbing are we talking?
Knocking on the door, but I won't be there. From a distance.
That's good. Yeah, maybe let's all just kind of hide and do that.
All right.
What if we go up to the level above? People never look up. What if we go to the level above and we can look down on the house?
I like that.
Oh, good idea. So there's a 13th tier, right?
There is, and you can see like where the row of houses are, and they're relatively in line. Though some of them are more recessed, some of them are further out. This house is a little further out, and then there is the rough spire rock right above it that leads up into the next lip-like street that has the next bit of buildings above it.
I do think it's interesting that his house is right next to this big outcropping of stone. Tunnels.
Yeah.
As the symbol glows.
Yeah.
All right.
We go up.
Let's do it.
And then knock, see if he comes.
Just as we walk by the house, I'm just gonna try and see if we can see anybody inside or if there's anything. I'm just gonna glance as we're walking.
We're walking. We're not walking
walking
past his
by.
house.
Okay,
No.
we're
We're going above his house and then
Okay. Are you going to the level above it or into the rock right above it?
the level above.
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Can we still see from that?
Yeah, we're trying to get a good vantage point, but
From that vantage point, you can see the roof and kind of where it meets the rock, but you cannot the lip of the roof cuts off where the door would be.
Oh.
Because you're up above and further back, so you're kind of looking at it from behind, and the front door is now covered by the roof.
All right, back down we go.
Can we send one of us down below
sure.
to see what they see?
Oh, sure. I could go down. I can talk to any of y'all.
Yeah. And do we want to wait until it's a little darker? That way, if there's no answer and we want to go in, we can.
But if he does answer, I want to know it's him.
Also, if there's no answer now, we can go in.
Have a reroll.
Well.
Please let me have a reroll.
Yeah.
There's nothing saying that he isn't in there and just doesn't answer the door.
So we should know that sooner than later, no?
I just don't want to be spotted by local authorities.
Oh,
Oh, that's right.
But she's just talking about knocking on the door from far away, right?
Yeah.
So let's do it.
Hair's a bit ratty.
I think it's very lovely.
Oh, thank you.
Sure, I'll stay on the same level as the house if y'all want to go up, if that's what's happening, and then I'll just let you know if something goes on.
All right.
I'll hang with you.
Okay, good. I was gonna say maybe somebody stay with you just in case.
Oh, sure.
Anyone should be alone after Bertrand.
And then you're gonna cast some sort of magical spell? Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay, so are you staying with level with them, or are you going up above?
I'll stay up the level because I think I should be able to reach from here.
What are you trying to do?
Prestidigitation, knock on the door noise.
Okay, what's the range on that one?
10 feet.
And you have to be much closer.
I'll be down. I also have the ability to do that. I thought you were using like thaumaturgy or something. I can do prestidigitation. All right. Okay, I can do that.
Okay. All right, so you're staying up with everybody else?
Yes.
The rest of you take a little bit to go up the stairs and ladders to get to the 13th level of the wall.
Watch what I do.
The two of you stay down below, and kind of glancing not far from the front, as you can see the building kind of, it pushes out a little bit towards the kind of alley-like road that wraps around the lip, and there is a small house to the left, a small house to the right. There is a door. Window appears to be closed. There's a single window to the right of the front door. What would you like to do?
Boy, if we're doing this, why is everybody up on the other floor now? Oh well. How close do you have to be?
10 feet. So maybe we just hang out on the side of the house and...
How about you do your thing and we just start walking fast?
Oh, yeah. I used to do this back in town before.
Yeah. So I'll get 10 feet away,
So you'll just be walking past the front door and kind of like...
do the knock, and then both we just take off running.
Hey, can you do that while you're jogging?
You hear the kind of the knocking emerge from the exterior of the door, and you both kind of hurry your way along.
Duck behind it.
Duck behind, yeah.
Yeah, you about maybe 30 feet past, 35 feet past.
12 years old.
Yeah, closer to 40 or so. You can see where the edge of the core of the spire break is, and you can kind of hide behind there as you kind of glance back. Make a perception check, each of you.
And you guys are all watching
Yeah,
it
can
happen
we-
too.
See any
roof
movement
looks
in the
amazing.
house?
If you guys are all above,
Yeah.
you can see the roof of the house. You cannot see the front door because it is on the other side of the lip of the roof. But if anybody were to exit, or something like that, or any sort of other exit pattern, like through the roof, then you would see.
Can we see them in their hidey spot?
From where you're standing, no. They've gone out of your field of view.
19.
18. Nice.
Nice.
Don't you...
No.
Beat that back.
I actually quite enjoy it.
I do too as well, actually.
I'm taking them down. I'm going to single-handedly destroy their company. You know what you did, Werther.
Oh, God.
You both comfortably affix your eyes onto the front door and window of this abode, and as a minute or two pass by, there does not appear to be any sort of reaction. Nothing shifts, nothing moves, nothing opens, nothing.
Anna hears in her ear, in her head, nothing.
You hear nothing.
No, you... you know what you hear.
Nothing.
So either Duggar's not home or not coming to the door. So should we wait?
Should you just try to barge in?
Should we go on the roof, see if we can sneak down the old
now that we
chimney?
knocked, he knows somebody's outside and we lost our surprise.
Oh,
Yes. Yes.
Is that
we
what we
should
just
chill
did?
out for a while until the sun goes down.
Do you think
And if we're
that
gonna mess with the door, go in when no one can. At least the authorities here don't see us, let alone Duggar. No?
In your head, you hear, Orem thinks we should wait until it gets dark because the authorities could get us.
Orem's afraid of the authorities.
that speaks volumes to his just sort of
His character.
general character.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I don't.
I wonder if he had
I keep forgetting.
parents that were too strong with him, or not
maybe
strong
he had
enough.
Parents that were authorities.
I think he's just concerned for our well-being.
I always forget about guards. That like they exist.
Their
you know?
existence?
I do.
Yeah,
It's weird.
it is weird. It's a weird thing.
Weird.
I wonder if
You have the opposite issue that Orm has, sort of. Anyway, go on.
I wonder if Imogen would be able to hear him from inside? You know, see if she could hear thoughts in there?
thoughts.
And now
Is
I'm
that
gonna
a
have to
thing
fight
that
her.
she does?
Shit.
She might be.
I can do that a little bit as well.
You can communicate with me if you want to try to get me to
really cool idea.
That's
I'm into that.
Whisper to her in her head and tell her to do that.
I can. Imogen!
Yeah?
Just wondering if you can sense good old Duga.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I can totally try that.
Okay.
All right.
She's going to try.
Seriously, stay here.
Oh shit on a
Don't come near me. Just for a second, all right?
Do you want me to get further back?
You're about 30 feet away. It's fine. And I'm gonna just creep on over to the outside of the house and try good old open mind again.
You got it. You go ahead and close your eyes and focus on the idea of an entity within, is it 30 feet? 60 feet? Or 30 feet. Concentrate and nothing of your extended consciousness finds purchase.
Yep.
What you do catch, as you're now closer to the home and kind of wandering past, there's an old, kind of a musty smell that just seems to permeate this abode. Something akin to like mildew or old wet leather that was discarded. It's not a pleasant smell. And it's faint, but it's definitive.
Does it smell sweet or does it smell like old like vegetables that have rotten?
Closer to the latter.
Back away. You hear in your head,
Damn.
there's something nasty going on in that house.
Ooh. Nasty how?
It smells like rot.
Oh. No Dugga?
Not from what I could sense.
No Dugga, apparently, but she said it has a horrible stench, like a rat.
Literal stench or like a mystical psychic stench?
You know, I think. Do you mean like a literal stench or like a. Or like ooh, there's something rotten and wild mouse type of stench.
That's a really interesting question.
Never gonna get old.
But no, I mean a literal rotten smell. It smells like mildew or something.
Okay, she means literally.
Oh, smells,
like it, not like.
Maybe we should all just go down there and talk. So we'll catch up with them. Sneakily.
I would like you all who are joining them to make a stealth check, please.
Yeah.
Oh wait, disadvantage here. Oh, pretty good.
Natural 20?
What?
14.
Dirty 20.
Okay, dirty 20 plus
2.
22?
19.
19.
All right. You feel pretty confident that you were not making any sort of overt sign to look at me as you were traversing the path back down to the 12th level.
All right. So what's the play? Are we waiting until dusk and then just to see if he comes back? Are we breaking in now while he's not there?
It seemed like nobody was within, 30 feet of the door when I went over
Probably
there.
the whole place.
I personally, I vote for going in now because it's going to be less to deal with in there. It's daylight, which means if it's really creepy, undead, shadowy bullshit, it'll have less shadowy bullshit around it that's just shadowy bullshit.
Y'all have my back?
How often are they flying overhead?
Looking about, you can see immediately just within your visual range, probably about 8 or so that are scattered across the skyline. Some are like distant dots. You can just see the Simurgh riders making their way around. There's 2 that are currently looking past the neighborhood, just kind of keeping watch cursorily, but hundreds of feet away.
Is there patrol? Like, are they doing swoops over?
Oh my god. A fucking.
Go ahead and roll a general intelligence check for me.
Alright. 10 total.
10. You haven't been keeping tabs on the pattern of them overhead enough to really suss out any sort of pattern. So right now it just seems a bit random.
All And did we decide who's good at breaking in?
If someone can check for traps, I might be able to open it up.
I can turn into something.
Ooh!
All right.
Like a...
How do we check for
Like a what?
traps?
I'll check for traps.
Okay, you go. You can roll an investigation or perception check for this one.
I don't know why I'm doing this. I'm not good at
I was
this.
about to say, does anybody...
Go for
I
it.
was doing it. 10.
Oh, guidance. Oh, too
Oh.
late.
Too late.
Too late.
Don't see any signs of a trap.
Well, it looks like a normal door to me. I jiggy the handle.
It is locked.
Okay. Can I get a little...
Push on the window.
Get a little...
It does not push open.
Get a little luck?
Want something?
In fact,
Yeah.
it's solid. Like you see, it's two wooden shutters that open up from the inside out. But you go and kind of like find, and there isn't much to really pull on other than the bottom lip of it. And you kind of try and give it a tug, and they're solidly locked.
Did you have any? Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna give Ashton guidance, but unless you're going in as a gerbil or something.
Are you gonna try to? Is there a space under the door?
There's a space on, yeah, that's what
There's a very
is it-
small gap, maybe about half an inch
I
wide.
could go in it. Well, rats, they can get really small.
That's true.
They can get as thin as a quarter.
Really?
So I've heard.
That's amazing.
That feels really thin.
Is there something about octopus?
Oh yeah, you can be an octopus. They're also good at unlocking things.
Would that make sense if he saw me, if he was alive? He'd be like, "What are you doing in here?"
I didn't think about that.
What's happening?
Fern.
Yeah.
Like,
Rat or octopus?
What about
it's a toss-up.
a worm?
Nicholas.
Spider or something
I can be a
very
spider,
small.
but she needs to be able to unlock from the inside.
You turn back into
Sometimes
need to be
doors
able to-
have.
Well, I
books
could be
and things on
a cat. I could be. Where did the list go?
if you have proficiency, how does proficiency affect the roll again? It's been so long.
To which one?
Lock picking.
If you have proficiency,
I do.
you do. Then you just add your proficiency bonus to a dexterity check.
You don't get stupid though.
Actually, do I
you
have
keep your
proficiency?
intelligence.
You'll go into your proficiencies if you have it.
Armor, weapons, tools.
Inner tools.
Yeah. Okay. Thieves' tools.
Thieves' tools. Then yeah.
Just add my proficiency. Add my
Correct.
add my initiative. Add my proficiency bonus. Okay.
Proficiency bonus, dex bonus, and then a guidance roll.
So it's sleight of hand. It's sleight of hand, right?
Doing it.
No, just dexterity
just
checks.
dex. Okay.
He's doing it while you're
I'm
discussing
gonna
what an
turn into
octopus
a
can do.
rat.
Okay.
She's turning into a rat, Ashton. Hold on.
But I'm waiting.
Wait.
No.
Wait.
No. I'm holding off.
Okay. Go on, Fern. Oh, are
Let's
you
see this
regretting your
quarter
decision
trick.
Now, can you go under the door?
Make
Did you
yourself
fit?
as thin as a quarter and go on in.
Does her bucket stuck?
It is a very, very, very tight space. I need you to go ahead and roll an acrobatics check with disadvantage using the physical dexterity of a rat.
Bernie the poo. Bernie the poo.
Oh no.
Does the door open in or out?
It looks like it opens inward.
Okay, well that's good.
It's built to code.
Yeah.
Okay.
7.
Seven.
Okay.
You push
I
into
try to
the
put my
space.
back legs out to do splits and
Now-
try to like pull with my front legs.
Totally, and that like your tiny little rat arms go underneath. The skull doesn't collapse past a certain point. Unfortunately, it does get wedged, and so you get to a certain point where your little rat head gets in, and it's just there now. This is your life. This is just how it goes.
I'm going to.
Okay, pick that lock.
Get her out first. Get her out first.
Can we turn her little head? Can I help?
the door. When
I'm
they
just
open
like
the door,
down and trying to
it'll
like
be
turn
fine.
her
You're
head.
trying to push her through.
No, I'm like trying to turn her head so she's not stuck. You know.
I'm going to
like-
if the door unlocks, I'm going to lift the door as I very slowly open.
Make a dexterity check for me.
Oh no.
While you go ahead and make
And I know
a
she's helping, so I'm trying to get flat.
Yeah, you're helping. For
plus a d4.
13.
Okay. 13. You're with the lockpicks for a bit, working on it, and when you feel like it hits the tumbler, and you're like, "Yes, you got it," and then you pull, and it's caught in there.
We got two things stuck in there now.
However,
Dick in the keyhole.
you manage to get it free, but the lock remains locked.
Okay.
What did you roll for a dexterity check? 11? 7.
Can I see anything at least?
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Yes. You can see there within the space here, the little bit of gap that you have, that there is what looks to be furniture. I'm in a bit disarray. There's like, you can see the bottom parts of a table that's flipped over. There's like a bench on the ground. That's about as much as you can make out from this perspective.
A bench.
But you are still stuck.
Vern, do you need us to like pull you out?
Another run, Mike.
You're gonna try again?
I'm gonna try again, but hit
All right,
again.
I will guide you once again. Ashton, you got this. Do
It's a
this.
higher DC on it now.
Just
I know.
wiggle your tail if you want me to pull you
Orm's got
out.
eyes on the sky.
And lay
He's trying to
really
see
still if
any
you want to
roll
stay
perception
there.
He's taking notice.
Are you wiggling your tail?
Yeah, I'm wiggling.
Okay,
my
then I'm
butt.
going to try
Much
to pull her
better.
out. You want me to pull you out? I'm going to try to pull her out.
Okay.
22.
Ooh, that is better.
That is much better. You do manage to pull her free at this
Okay,
point.
good,
If you do so,
that's
so
great.
you pull it out just as you see
Also 22.
a simmer grider kind of beginning to grow larger
Pass
and
without
larger.
trace.
The light from the sun in the sky above just kind of leaving this dark, shadowy outline of the flying crimson bird.
Let's everybody in.
Open the door, pass without a trace.
And we all go in the house.
Everyone roll a stealth check.
Go, go, go.
Yep.
Go.
Anyone who's next to me.
Plus 10, right?
Plus 10.
Oh no.
10.
You good?
So
Is that
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Roll plus 10.
yeah, with
Yeah.
pass with a trace. So
Oh, is that what that is? Oh,
Yeah.
then
20.
20.
22.
I rub a little grease on my wheel and I get a 24.
18.
All right.
25.
27.
31.
Okay. You come in and you close the door behind you, and you hear outside. You hear in Marquesian. Where'd they go, boy? You hear.
I'm going to use prestidigitation to make it sound like a rock is tumbling down the hillside in that gap next to the house.
Okay. Do you need visual on that?
Go to this spell. Go to this spell.
And it's only a 10-foot
range.
distance.
Yes.
But if I'm near the wall on the outside,
Maybe. Okay.
I don't know.
If you kind of lean over, if you rush off to that opposite wall, you have dark vision?
Yes.
You do. So you don't go careening into all the toppled furniture.
No.
As you move through the room, the first thing that catches you is as you're stepping through, you can see overturned tables and chairs that are kind of lying on the ground. It looks like the place has either been rolled for cash, or a fight took place, or somebody just got really angry and fucked it up. Nothing's necessarily broken per se, just kind of tossed about. And the floor is also sticky in places. As you go rushing past, your foot almost like sticks it apart. You have to pull yourself free, and you rush off into what looks to be a small kitchen-esque alcove on the inside that would be on the side of the wall that meets one of the other buildings in the side. And there you can go ahead and cast it, and you hear the outside. And the dog kind of goes off for a bit. You all kind of stay frozen still.
And the window lets no light in, right?
Correct.
It's all covered up.
Yeah, for those of you who do not have dark vision, you have no light in here. It is pitch black, and you're just kind of like quietly holding your breath as you hear these sounds outside.
There we go again.
After a short period, you hear Marquesian again. Well, we'll keep an eye. I just don't trust it. Come on. Hit!
Who else speaks Marquesian at this table? You do. Okay.
I'm gonna crawl down Imogen's shoulder and start looking around the house.
Laudna hears in her head, is it safe for me to turn on some light?
I think so. I couldn't understand what he said.
He was looking for us, but I'm more concerned about what's in here.
Oh, it appears to be quite the sight, so be careful. But yeah, we need light.
The light would be a good
Get
idea.
the as my dancing lights come into effect, but they flicker like electricity.
kind of giving that flickering energy throughout the room. You all, by the way, that strange mildew smell that you caught outside of the house, now that you've let the adrenaline begin to run free, you begin to take in your other senses. And with that, the very strong, pungent smell of... It's almost like decaying vegetation meets old fungus. It is this weird organic smell that's musty and unnatural. As the lights begin to flicker around too, you can see there's an odd oily residue on everything. You can see an overturned table with long benches that are on the ground. You can see an open door to the back side that leads into another chamber. You can see in the kitchen area, a lot of where you are, there are shelves where some things have fallen off to the side, and it looks like part of a meal has kind of just been scattered on the ground. But everything has this kind of faint, kind of shimmering, oily residue on it that kind of shines as the energy balls kind of glide around the room to give light to it.
Can we see what color the residue is?
It looks like it's clear. It is translucent, but it has kind of a cloudiness to it.
So everything's covered in goop? Coconut oil sprinkling?
Kinda, yeah.
My
That's
house.
pretty fucking gross.
I'll go examine some of the goop.
Okay.
See if I can get a read on it.
Well, what are you trying to ask? I'm kind of a read on it.
Just what is it, I guess, if I would recognize the substance.
Make a nature check if you'd like.
Nature check. Ugh. That's terrible. Well, I said I was going to do it. And it's a 9.
You're unable to really ascertain the nature or source of this, but it definitely has kind of a slippery viscousness to it. The smell is strong. And you can see on the elements of the wall, there's like almost striations and some edges that it's condensed thicker and has almost like a dark gray material to it.
Like it was dripping down or like it was splattered out?
Like it was dripping down. Like you know how minerals that drip down a stone cavern wall over time will build up? This is almost like elements of it have congealed to form like a bit of a segment of the wall that has a thicker substance to it.
Is there anything on the ceiling?
Looking up at the ceiling, you don't see anything in particular other than just this odd kind of humidity to the room that you begin to also take notice of.
And all the furniture is overturned. You said like the place has been rolled. What about...
In fact, let me go ahead and make this adjustment here. Since we're in a darker space properly. The moisture in the room occasionally kind of drops around you. And looking up at the ceiling, you can see the general kind of just cracks in the plaster and stone, but occasionally these little strands of some sort of like organic threads that have kind of drifting a few inches down from these cracks, almost like once again this humid material has just kind of gathered and slowly begun to build off of itself.
Going off of what Oram was saying, does it look like this place was rolled, or like
Any sense of violence?
or like he is building his creepy nest?
You both can make investigation checks if you'd like.
And someone should look around for
his
dead body, or
Well, I was gonna look around the perimeter of the room and look for holes on the walls.
Okay, in the main entry room area?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a perception or investigation as well. What'd you get?
9.
9.
Just a 12.
12? Looking at where things have been placed here, it looks like there was some sort of a chaotic, forceful reason to everything here being scattered, but there aren't signs of like a battle or fight. There's no blood. There's no nothing has been smashed with, fists or scarred with weaponry. So you're not sure if you're not sure of anything beyond the fact that it wasn't a hyper violent, bloody struggle or anything. But that's as best as you can suss out.
Are we leaving footprints on the ground? Like, is there settled goop or dust? Are we leaving?
Yes and yes. There isn't a strong layer of dust necessarily, though there is a little bit of odd motes in the air. There are patches of this similar liquid, but it's supposed to be as viscous. It is sticky. Laudna caught one, and as you kind of step over, your foot takes a minute to kind of like rip up a bit from it.
Are there any pathways that we haven't walked where somebody else has been?
There is the open door that leads into a further back chamber.
But I mean, are there some footprints going in that direction?
Make a perception or investigation check, your choice. And you are rolling for holes.
I rolled a perception check for holes along the wall, and I rolled 8. Shit. But once my foot got caught in one of the sticky things, I'm gonna send one of my lights down to where it stays in front of my feet, so I can try to avoid those kind of.
And that kind of helps you suss out where some of these patches are. And it isn't the entire ground, but just in certain areas, it looks like. It looks like there are some leftover kind of congealed puddles that have marked the floor around
Maybe
you.
that can help out, Ashton, since you're looking at the ground, if there's a light source on that area or something. I don't know.
Okay, and you are...
I used perception to find, and I rolled a 9.
9. In this room here, where you guys are, you don't see any sort of immediate signs of holes in the wall or anything like that.
I'll go to the next room, I guess, and
follow.
Imogen, can you send one of your balls in here?
Of course.
Okay.
I took off that direction too.
Okay, so fresh cut grass
have them follow us.
Still a rat?
Fern are cool.
And once there's some light in here, I'll do the same thing, sort of just scan around the perimeter to see if there's any holes or false doors or anything.
You push past the already ajar door, and you can see immediately to the left there is a large cabinet that is tipped at an angle. Doesn't appear to be destroyed necessarily, but it looks like it was pushed over and kind of hit the wall, and the cabinet doors are open towards the floor, and the contents have spilled out into the ground beneath. And just glancing over, you can see that same kind of oily residue is collected over it. To the right, you can see there's a bed that's kind of angled odd in the corner. Tossed elements of clothing and other personal effects that are just kind of across the ground, and also this thin layer of oil. What'd you want to do?
And just sort of scan for any imperfections in the wall or secret
Make a perception
entrances
check.
or... Ooh, 22.
22. On the center of the wall, the back, and this room is closest, like the deepest in towards the rock, like built into the spire. You can see the base wooden board itself is splintered and pushed away a little bit, and just kind of glancing off to one side. And you kind of move past, your wheel gets stuck in one of those little bits of patches of sticky substance. You glance to where the wood is splintered a bit, and you can see there is darkness behind it.
Oh, I'll go and just sort of see how big this hole is.
Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
Pull it back a little bit, and you can see it's roughly the same size as the one that you saw in the Weary Way. It's about 1.5 feet wide to about 1 foot tall, and seems to travel into the rock for a few feet. Do you have dark vision?
I don't. I'm just relying on her. I'm relying on Laura's balls.
Yeah, I'll send it in front of him so he can see what
Okay,
he's
so are
doing.
you kind of getting to the doorway of the room as well?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, in order to shift, you have to be able to have visual range. So you're kind of standing in the doorway there, avoiding the sticky substance there, sending the sphere over to look inside, and from as far as the cast light in a 10-foot radius per orb, isn't it?
Let me see. 10-foot radius, yes.
So to where you can see the orb just sends 10 feet in, you can see the tunnel continues to where the light vanishes with a slight downward curvature before it goes into darkness.
I will cast Speak with Animals. Hey, do you want to go in there and go down in the hole and see what you can see?
Yeah. I just start taking off.
Okay, so you're going to head further down. You move out of the range of the light, but you have dark vision as a
I've
rat.
never done this before. I'm gonna try to talk into Fern's head.
Okay.
You can ask me rat language, and I'll translate back to you.
Oh, right. I'll squeak to you, but if I speak to Fern, will her thoughts come back as Fern?
Only one way to find out.
All right, I'm gonna try to speak to her as she's going down. Can you think to me?
You hear her clearly in your head, as your mind is your own, even though you're in a rat form.
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
I can hear you. All right, well, we can talk for 3 minutes if you see anything.
Okay, I'm just gonna go really, really slow.
Okay. Skittering past the edge of the light, 15, 20 feet, and you can see it's curving at a downward angle. And at about 25, 30 or so feet, the decline starts to get uncomfortable. You start noticing that gravity might begin taking over.
Okay, so it's taking a bit of a drop. Now I can just, go for it.
Wasn't the last drop like 1,200 feet or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, so maybe let's not.
Okay. I'm gonna turn around.
Okay.
Roll a perception check.
Minor detail while she rolls. Orem is at the door between the two rooms, and I'm watching the front door.
Okay.
15.
Oh.
15.
Okay.
A faint sound catches your ear.
But it's good. It's good.
Oh, wait. I think I have keen something or other. Oh, it's keen smell, so I have advantage on perception checks.
That involve on smell.
That's right.
A keen smell
You got it.
catches your ear.
But isn't hearing smelling with your ears, man?
More or less.
That's how rats work.
Exactly, totally. Critical role, teaching you historical nature. Big science buffs here. We are pretty bad at it. This faint sound begins to catch your rat ears in the darkened tunnel. This weird kind of liquid squeezing sound. And it's getting louder.
Sound? I don't like that.
I'm gonna turn around and make my way out.
Okay.
Make my way out.
You go ahead and
There's a weird squishy sound.
Weird squishy sound.
And I think
you begin to hear it too. And
it's coming up. So prepare yourselves or try to slam the hole shut once I come out.
Okay. Something's coming.
what's your speed as a rat?
20 feet.
Okay.
Something's coming. False light.
I would double speed that, by the way.
Yeah, I'll double speed it.
Mage armor.
Okay, you cast mage armor. You're looking towards the doorway between
I'm in
the two.
the door.
with Imogen.
Yeah, I'm in the door frame to both rooms, looking at the front door in case
Okay,
anyone
then
came
Imogen
behind
would
us.
be within the door of that chamber.
Yeah, I would be in the room.
Right. With fresh cut grass right there at the edge. What are you three doing?
Cast false life, and I'm going to back far away but stay in visual range, if I can.
Of the door frame?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and find an empty corner of the room and just brace myself to charge.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put back to any of the windows to cover the second entrance.
Okay, got it.
Are we getting ready for a fight? Is that what's happening here?
Something sounds gross.
We're hearing wet farts come up that hole.
I will use it if we're prepping. I will cast sympathetic binding.
You said there was like a plank. Is there anything over the wall that I could patch it with?
Rock hard.
From what you're seeing right now, it looks like the wood has been pulled away and there's the hole behind it. So you'd have to press it against it to do so. But you just casted false life on yourself.
I did.
Yeah.
So this is happening too fast, is what you're
Well,
saying.
as you cast false life on yourself, you all begin to hear in that back room that sound. It gets louder and louder. And just as you all get yourself ready, you watch the plank push past. And coming out from this hole, you see this pale dwarven face squeeze out. Just this odd, glistening liquid across his face. The eyes pulled back. As it squeezes out, you can see the shoulders broken back as it cracks into the sides. We're gonna go to break.
Did I make it out?
Huh? You just made it out and submerged.
That's probably for the best.
The little rat was riding and going like,
Just right in his face.
Yeah. That you had just enough movement to keep just above it.
Ew,
that's disgusting.
doing
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Someone-
X-Men movie.
That was partially the inspiration for this, actually.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll pick up on that here shortly. We'll see you in a little bit.
I love it.
Hey critters, Laura Bailey here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop. This holiday season, give the gift of effortless style. You need this? You probably need this. Ooh, look at this. Look at the details. Ooh. Darling, I recommend buying two. One for you and another for you. Let's be honest. Oh, so comfy cozy. You're only like 5 clicks away from owning this, maybe more if you have a lot of windows open on your browser. I don't know your life. These holidays, you know, they're just around the corner. And hey, if you want, you could head over to the Critical Role shop right now.
We now go live to a special address from the President.
Hey, dweebs! Now as your president, I've been kind of killing it lately. I gave global warming an atomic wedgie, I balanced the budget by selling my paw collection, and I saved the Queen of England from that octopus. But my kick-assery is far from done. According to this chart that I made, an estimated 35% of you are still a bunch of nasty goobers. But don't worry, I have a plan. Operation Gag Me with a Spoon. It's easy sleazy. According to this study that I wrote.
Name a third. We'll grab some water, we'll grab some food. And I'll wait for it.
Welcome back.
Nice.
Well, I guess we should roll initiative.
Random noises.
We played on
Bring out the toothpaste dwarf.
I stole your tactic. Organize the
Oh yeah.
Oh, wow.
Once he's out of the tube, there's no putting him back.
That's a good. That's
Okay. Thanks, Gil.
Whoa, whoa. Yes. The neighboring houses too?
As I do that, I'm so sorry.
So,
This is
he has
extensive.
emerged
Oh no.
Cool.
right over here. Which means it would put
That is
You.
a hard initiative if I've ever seen it.
right there.
rat.
And we have cut grass right about there.
Oh dear.
You guys have the best view.
They're sweet.
There's you in the doorway right there.
Yep.
Anna said you were on to keeping visual in the back of the room.
Dorian is the.
Are you in the living room back of the room, or were you guys in the
Right in the name.
bedroom?
Dorian was a door the whole time.
dun dun dun. It was hiding in plain sight.
Regarding the window over there.
Yeah.
Sorry,
second.
what did you
Oh, there
say,
we go.
Laura?
I didn't know if you said you were in the living room or in the bedroom.
I was back. Oh, I backed far away.
Okay.
And we never went into the kitchen, did we? Like never.
Lana did at the
investigated?
very beginning.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And you tried to use prestidigitation over towards the edge of the wall there with the stone.
Okay.
This makes me fully. I get now what you meant with the. Cool. Yeah. Just the visual help.
Where's this creature coming out of?
I made no sense.
Right there.
But
Okay.
I made sense.
Yeah, and this is all the rock wall that leads up to this, the second platform there. All right, so 25 to 20.
Is he still in semi-goo state?
Nobody.
Ooh.
You know,
We've been rolling so good on initiative.
We all got startled by the birth.
Yeah.
I like it.
20 to 15.
16.
17.
Okay.
Oh.
I hope this
15
doesn't
for
awaken
me.
something in me.
Who has the higher
15
dex?
for me.
He's. Oh, I've got the same dex as
That's
you.
right, we
Oh,
had
right,
that before.
rollies.
Yeah, rollies.
Yeah.
Oh. You both rolled bad.
One.
All
Wait,
right.
did you get? I'm 15. No, well, we're 17. You're 17.
Ultimate
Are you 15?
It really is. Let's be fair.
Loudna and Norma at 16.
I'll get rid of my ones
dex
on
is
rolling.
Okay,
Mine
and
is
then
super high.
Okay.
and then
Yeah, you
16,
got that out of the
16.
way.
Yeah, Orem and then
Yeah.
Lavda.
Already.
You
15 to 10.
16.
15?
Above Loudna 16.
Alrighty. 10 to 5.
7.
Rolly.
Wait, no, wait, whose dex
Dex
is
is
higher?
ours.
I don't care. I just want to do rolling.
Go for it. Sure, I'll allow it.
19.
9.
What is your dex, by the way?
16.
Oh, you would have gone first.
It's those little wheels. Yeah.
How do we resolve this now, Matt? We've got two competing things.
You both pick.
Rollers. Okay, so I'll go first.
All right.
Oh, wait, yours for sure.
Rolls always.
Rollies always wins. Okay.
I thought you were going to use rollies
No.
beside your rollies.
On that round.
How do we pick rollies again, I guess?
Top of the combat round. Squeezes out and like.
Interesting.
And goes and pulls his blades out and is immediately, since you're in proximity, doesn't even think you are a threat. You're a rat. Instead, is going to go straight into fresh cut grass.
Question: I said hex right before break. Did I get the hex or did I not get the hex?
The proximity of events was these things were happening as you were all taking your one round to prepare.
Okay.
In which you cast false life on yourself.
Okay.
So by the time you would have
That's fair.
by the time you would have seen him to begin like casting is when initiative would have kicked in essentially. But you can on your turn when we get to it. So I was going to go ahead and take 4 attacks against you, fresh cut grass.
So he's going first?
He is. He rolled a natural 19 on initiative. That is going to be a 20 to hit.
Hits.
This is with a short sword that he's pulled out. That's 9 points of piercing damage to you.
That'd be bad.
That happens.
Just like stabs it in you, or slashing damage, sorry. Next attack is going to be 16 to hit.
16 is my armor class.
All right. You take 8 points of slashing damage. And then it's going to go ahead and take the rapier on the other hand and try and shoot into you there. That's going to be a 12 to hit.
Miss!
And 15 to hit.
Miss!
There you go. So it hacks at you twice, tries to pierce twice, and you're just kind of like scooting back and forth.
Nice.
And is going to go ahead and, as a bonus action, going to go ahead and cunning action and dash out of the way. Onto the side and leap onto the slightly tilted dresser. Like as he pushes onto it, cracks it a bit, lands on it, and is now right up in your face. Imogen goes,
Come to let me finish the rest of you.
and as you get close, you can see like the bones have cracked back into place, and now the stocky dwarf body is there. However, there's still that like weird kind of glistening, similar oily film you see on everything emerging from him. These blackened veins that kind of curl up the side of the face. Now that you're up close and personal, the eyes are almost completely black, like the other shade creepers that you've seen in the previous encounter. There's just something extremely unnatural about him, and he's kind of just hunched forward with the heavy cloak. That's going to go ahead. That's going to go ahead and finish his turn. At this point,
He stocked up during the pandemic.
Okay, why out of business?
there is a slight rustling sound in the chamber over here. As this
Oh no, there's another thing?
pushes open to reveal that didn't quite roll high enough to find where a shade creeper emerges. It has already.
Dang, we're in tight spot.
We're in tight spot.
Finishing that, we are going to Ashton with Imogen on deck.
Okay, just because I'm having trouble with the grid.
That's where you are there.
Yeah, where's my 30 foot arc, out of curiosity?
30 is about here.
Okay, I'm going to...
Sorry, 30 would be here. My bad. But also, all this furniture does make elements of this rough terrain.
Technically, would I have issue with the rough terrain since I'm Earth Genasi?
What's it say about the ability specifically?
It says that you can move across difficult terrain made of earth or stone without extra movement.
It is... I would say it's made difficult because of furniture.
Okay.
Not because of being like rough stone or earth. So.
No. I'll take it.
You can drop it for free whenever you want on your turn, though.
I'm going to move as far against the wall as I can and position myself for an attack.
10. Moving this way?
Yeah.
30. What's your movement?
30.
30. I can see about there. You like stepping up onto some of the broken furniture. Actually, no, with the rough terrain here, we're in 5, 10. It would get you there because you had to move over some of the benches and furniture and stuff. So that's your 30 feet right there.
Okay, and I'm just going to hold an attack for if anyone gets anywhere near me.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right. Finishing Ashton's go. Imogen, you're up.
Okay.
Come on, Imogen.
All right, I'm gonna... I wonder if he's smart. I'm gonna just look up at him and send my arm out really fast and cast Tasha's Mind Whip so he feels like a flash of psychic energy hit his brain.
All right. Is that a saving throw for him?
Intelligence saving throw.
Intelligence save. That is not going to succeed at all.
Awesome. All right. In that case, he takes 3d6 psychic damage.
Sick.
Oh, well. 11, 14 points of psychic... No, 13 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
And you have to... On your next turn, you must choose... Oh, wait. You can't take your reaction until the end of your next turn.
No, you can't.
Good call.
And on your
Yes,
next
I can.
turn, you must choose if you move, get an action, or a bonus action. You can only get one of the 3.
Good call. Good to know. Okay.
So, since you cannot use your reaction, I am going to move away from you.
Okay.
And I'm gonna move as far away from you as I can, probably into this back corner if it's
I'd
possible.
like you to make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Oh, okay. Why? Oh, that's really good. 19 plus.
19. You begin to pull back and you feel that stickiness in the ground right where the door where you were standing and didn't realize that you had stepped into begins to pull at your boot, but you pull yourself free and manage to maneuver. So where you want to go?
I want to back away from him, like maybe onto that box in the corner, or like, can I get? Sorry.
Okay.
Can I like get over the table on the other side of him? Ding, ding, ding. Yeah, right. Oh, it's right there. Why not? I'm gonna stand on a table.
5, 20, 25, 30. Yeah, so you can get on the table there.
Okay.
You got it. Does that finish your turn?
Seems like it.
All right. Now the Shade Creeper's turn. It's going to leap over the box and rush forward up to the table to meet you onto its back. It clambers up and curls over. You can see like the cloth kind of fittering past underneath, the clawed, grayish, fleshy arms kind of pulling past and breaking some of the wood as it comes for you. It's like stretchy toothed mouth with no nose features and the beady black eye staring at you as it goes forward to attack you with its claws. Natural 20. That's going to bring us to 11 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
Plus,
Ouchies.
you're lucky, 6 points of necrotic damage.
Are we bonded?
We're bonded.
What does that mean?
Nothing yet.
Wait, whoa, really? Wait, did that really just do that?
17 points.
Are you down? Are you down?
She's not
Not
down.
yet.
She ain't down.
Pretty dang close.
You remember we had a long rest. You did heal up, right?
Sure, I only have 19 points total.
What?
Sorcerer's man.
Oh no. Okay.
All right. That finishes the creature's turn. As it claws past you with both of its claws, kind of tears into your chest, leaps up and is like clambering onto your torso, trying to bite for your throat.
They were both. It was like a double hit for one roll to hit.
Yeah, it's considered its claws.
Okay.
So, finishing its go. Now it's Orem with Laudna on deck. What you got?
Okay, so Orem springs from the doorway and lands on the dresser next to Slimy.
All right.
I got him. He's done. It's done.
There you go. That'll put you right there.
Easy peasy.
All right.
Okay, blade out, and I'm going to try to spiral his blade down into the dresser again. I'm going to do a disarming attack.
Okay.
That is... Shit, no, wrong thing. Nah, that's just a 10. That's not going to hit. What do I want to do next? That's it. I'm just going to stand my ground.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. That finishes your go. Brings us to Laudna with Fern on deck.
All right. You know it. You've seen it.
You currently do not have an eye visual on him since he jumped up into the corner to attack Laudna, but you can see where Orem is kind of like trying to slash over to something just beyond the door frame.
Well, and I can see the Shade Creeper in front of me, correct?
You can see the Shade Creeper, yes.
Yeah. So I crack my neck and my spine starts expanding as the black veil comes over my face and the familiar black tears, and I go into my form of dread.
All right.
And I kind of lunge forward a little bit on the table and...
Like towards the table, you mean?
Yes, and do an Eldritch Blast.
Eldritch. Go for
to
it.
the Shade Creeper in
Through
front
my
of me,
legs.
through her legs.
Roll for attack.
Ooh, that's good. I'm gonna keep it. 19 plus.
That hits. Roll
5.
damage.
What is? Okay, and then.
Listing plans, their uses, and how
Sorry. Where's my? Here it is.
immaculate condition obviously will
Oh God, blessed. Okay, 5 damage, and he has to make a Wisdom saving throw.
Or
He's frightened.
I rolled a 7, so it is frightened of you.
Okay.
Oh,
So
that runs away.
It runs away. I look at it and I just take my fingers in the corner of my mouth and I spread them unnaturally far apart, like to my ears, and go like.
Oh my god.
And you can see it like starting to scramble backward immediately. It jumps off of Imogen's torso and is now trying to make some sort of escape.
I don't know if I can hit it on its
All right.
way away from me.
Running.
Well, it's not running yet. It's beginning the process, so it's not its turn yet. All right, that finishes your turn, Laudna.
Yep.
Fern, you're up with fresh cut grass on deck.
Okay, as a bonus action, I'm gonna drop my wild shape.
All right. Well, you don't have to drop. I don't think dropping it is a bonus action. I think it's a free action, isn't it?
I think it is a bonus action. Let me just double check.
To use it, it is. Is it a bonus action?
You can stay in B shape for 1 hour before reverting back to your normal form. or as a bonus action earlier if you fall unconscious or drop to 0 hit points.
Gotcha, I missed that.
Okay, so maybe, but it doesn't say
Yeah, bonus action. Turn back.
Yes.
You're right. You're totally right. Been a while since we had a druid.
That feels weird.
Been a
while. Been a while. Okay.
Final note is a single underlined word.
Yeah, double. I feel like it doesn't make sense that I would get this right and not you.
You got it. You got it. You got it right. You got it right.
Okay. So, I am going to. Can I get over to him?
You can move over if you want to climb up into the corner where Orem currently has him kind of pushed into the edge and step up onto here. You can get
Perfect.
You can get up into melee with him. Yes.
And I'm going to reach my hands out and cast Burning Hands on his chest.
Oh shit!
Okay.
Yeah, it just fills the corner. You're essentially point blank torching him up into the very stone corner of this chamber. That will be dexterity saving throw on his point. That is 19.
Ooh.
Leave succeeds.
That saves.
So half damage. So go ahead and roll.
Okay. Okay. Okay, so 19, so 8 points of damage.
Points of heart damage. Nice. Alrighty. That finish your go for?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, Fresh Cut Grass, you are up with Dorian on deck.
As my bonus action, I will imbue. I don't think it's a spell. It's just a feature. Ardent armor on Imogen.
Okay, yeah.
Which gives you 4 temporary hit points because we're bonded.
Ooh, I get tingly.
Yes, you do. And then I can still cast a spell. So I will cast Command at the creature.
Okay.
Man. What is this? It's a Wisdom 13 save.
Got it. Failed on a natural 2.
I will utter the command alphabetize.
Okay. Wow. You got it. Wow. Okay. Does that finish your turn? You want to move anywhere? Or
I'm going to move as far away from it as I can.
Okay. Make a strength saving throw for me, please.
Strength? Oh, because I'm going through the goop?
Yep.
Ew. 2. Doesn't seem right.
You go.
I'm
and
stuck.
you are stuck right now until the next beginning of your next turn. You have to make another save to keep going.
Got some gum.
All right, that finishes your go. That brings us to Dorian.
Cool. I am going. Did I see the creature come out of a hole behind that crate, or did he just sort of appear?
You heard the crate begin.
What did I say? Oh no, I'm scared.
From where you were standing, you saw the you saw the crate begin to shift, and you saw it emerge from behind the crate. So you have not seen the hole, but you get the sense from your previous experiences.
I'll break straight for the hole. I'd like to, can I get there in 30 feet?
5, 10. Make a strength save for me if you'd like.
All right.
Goop.
Oh, the goop!
Oh, it's even represented on the map.
If you look on the feet.
Goop. Oh,
13.
13. Not a problem. It's sticky, but you push past.
You have to roll really shitty, like FCG did.
Yeah.
25. Yeah, you'd be able to like vault past this box 30 and get right to where the hole in the wall is.
Okay, and it is a hole.
Yes.
Cool. I got a bag of caltrops, and I'm gonna pull them out for my action and just throw them down in front of the hole.
Yeah, easy enough to do.
Yes.
Okay.
In front of it or inside of it?
Yeah, like in the entrance, but all the way down into the hole.
Okay, so you scatter it around the front, and so. All right, and as you're there, you can hear scratching sounds getting louder.
Idea.
Alrighty.
And then for my bonus action, I'll call it to Imogen and be like, best of luck! And I'll cast Bardic Inspiration.
Alrighty. So you get a d6 on inspiration die when you want to use it. That's awesome. All right. Finishing Dorian's go, top of the round. It is now Duggar's go. Duggar, who's like right there in front of Orem and now Fern, goes,
Dagger. Rapier.
Short sword.
And that's his action.
Wow.
And that's all he can do is an
That's all he can do,
action.
yeah.
Oh my
So
god,
that's his turn.
that's great.
All right.
Oh,
The next bit here.
that's amazing.
Okay.
Brilliant.
You hear the scraping sounds getting louder and louder, and then you hear two different voices screeching in pain
Good, but also.
as two shade creepers push past and emerge next to you.
Uh-oh.
Like, but they come out with all of these damaged points jammed into them, and they look pretty hurt at the get-go.
Nicely done.
They both come out, but they're both like. They're both going to try and attack you. They do have you pincered. So with advantage on that, that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Oh, yes.
All right. You take 4 points of piercing damage plus 10 necrotic.
Fuck.
The other one is going to be 15 to hit.
That's my request.
That does hit. Okay. You take another 4 points of piercing damage. And 4 points of necrotic.
Better be slow.
All right, that's their go. That brings us to Ashton with Imogen on deck.
Okay. I'm not 30. I am not 30 from Duggar, am I? There's just no way to get there in 30 feet from what I can tell.
Duggar, you can move around here and get into the center point there, and you'd be within melee.
There's goo there though, isn't there?
There is.
Or I could just go straight in. Okay, you know what? Yeah, I'm feeling like that might be the wise thing to do at this point. Okay, first off, I'm gonna rage.
Yes. Yes.
Which will actually might change the decision of what I'm gonna do. Oh yeah, that makes life real weird.
So we're going gravity this time?
We're going gravity, which
Okay.
makes gravity's gonna be really interesting. All right, I'm gonna head towards Duggar at full speed.
Okay. So we can 10, 15, 20 gets you right there. And so now you are in just past the doorway, foot in the ground, the air around, like everyone, you feel suddenly like the air get a bit thicker and the ground seems to pull you slightly heavier. Just a hint, a noticeable presence, and you all look back and you see Ashton coming into the room.
I'm taking a swing at this this person. I'm just gonna take a normal swing. I'm not gonna do anything fancy yet. Whoa, that hopped.
Easy.
What number is that? I can't actually.
What the hell is that?
I'm gonna call it a 5 because it's.
What?
12 to hit.
12 to hit.
You have a die?
Call it a 5.
I can't actually. I used a weird die that has a weird.
sure
font.
did.
Yeah, so I'm gonna put that away.
That's okay. So that misses. Since your spell is finished, he gets his, at the end of his next turn, he gets his reaction back.
Ancient Sumerian.
So he is going to use reaction for Slippery Dash.
Slippery dash.
And so as you miss, he actually jumps in the air, your hammer hits the ground, he jumps onto the hammer, then darts onto your head, and then jumps out into the next room.
Free of opportunity attacks?
Free of opportunity attacks.
How far away from you?
Call slippery dippery?
To about there.
How far?
Right up onto right over by where Imogen is.
How far away from me?
Actually, no, it would have been. I probably would have gone for you first. So that would be 20 feet from you.
Do we each get an attack advantage?
Neither of you do.
No.
Slippery dash.
Damn! Slippery dash will get you every time.
Yep.
That's
Slippery dash.
really.
And my command only lasted
irritating.
for his turn, not for after his turn.
What's that?
right?
Slippery dash
My
was
command
when you
only
check
lasted for his turn.
Correct.
Not anything after.
Correct. Command is on the next turn. They have to do what you commanded if they failed. All right. Does that finish your turn?
I mean, do I still have a little bit of movement left?
You would have 10 more feet of movement.
I'm gonna dart.
Make a strength check.
Okay.
As you stepped right into the puddle
that's
of
fine.
ichor.
That's. God, these are hard to read. My own fault. 12.
Use the same
Yeah,
die again?
No, a different one.
different one.
Okay. That finishes Ashton's go. Imogen, you're up.
Okay. I'm gonna use my telekinetic shove and try to shove this guy away from me 5 feet so I can move without him getting an attack of opportunity.
You got it. All right. This guy here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a 11.
Yeah.
I think he's pushed back this way, just off the edge of the table, onto that element there. Okay.
After that, I'm gonna hop off of the table towards the door.
Okay.
But I'm gonna stop behind Ashton.
Okay. Right there?
Yeah.
You got it. Or not behind.
Like
Ashton.
not directly behind, but a little off to the side. Anyway,
Off to the side?
so that I can still shoot around him. And I'm gonna
Ready to fuck some shit.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers at Duggar. Open up my
Okay.
mind and shove it all at him.
You got it. That is a wisdom save, you said?
Yes.
12.
Yes. So that's 3d6. Boom, boom, boom. That's not very good. 8 points of psychic damage. And in addition to that, what does he do? He moves as far away as he can from me because he's scared.
He does.
And anybody near him gets an attack of opportunity, but that doesn't really matter because
You do get an attack of opportunity physically if you want one.
It's like a zero.
I don't do anything. I'll see him and just go like, as being startled. And I, okay.
Rolled really well.
I rolled really well. But it's a -3 to my attack, right? With strength. So 14.
Misses.
Great.
So sorry. Alrighty. So as Duggar runs past you and back to the door, that finishes your turn, Imogen?
Yes, it does. My question, if he has to run as far away from me as he can, would that have put him out of the door or would he have stayed in the room?
The door is currently closed.
Okay, so that's how it works.
So yeah, I mean, runs away from you. Look at the specific.
He has to move away, but he doesn't have to.
Move as far as its speed allows away from me.
Correct.
As long as it's not into obviously dangerous ground.
I wonder if that means if it were a smart creature, it would move towards the door. If it was a dumb creature, it would just find a corner.
Yeah, I know. I don't know.
No, I would say for this point, he would actually try and push through the door. Who closed the door behind you as you came in?
Who was the last person in?
I think it was
We all rushed in.
Yeah.
Would you have locked it behind you, or would you have kept it open?
We definitely closed it because there was a submerge.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I know it's closed.
I
I'm
don't
trying to
remember
think.
you
if it
locking
was
it, but I
locked.
remember thinking,
Well, I
don't
didn't-
lock it.
I didn't.
So,
Well, yeah, but Matt's asking.
yeah,
Matt's-
Would
you
I
were the
have?
last
What
one.
would one
And he
would
was
have
the
done?
last one in, and not wanting people to walk in behind us, he would have locked it.
Okay. So then that's as far as he gets. He tries to, and not having the time to go for any sort of key mechanism, spins around, weapon still out. Just kind of growls and emits a long sigh.
Okay.
All right, that finishes your go. Technically, the Shade Creepers would have gone this round, but I did the same round for that. So just the one that's frightened of you, which cannot get closer to you because it's frightened. So it's going to go ahead and maneuver over to Laudna.
It's actually, I think it's afraid of Laudna. It's not afraid.
Oh, sorry, you're right. No, I
yeah,
think that's-
it's not afraid of.
So then it's going to go ahead and move over to Imogen.
Okay.
And so it runs. You're still in sight, or does it have disadvantage on its attacks?
Would it have started within 15 feet of me?
It would have.
So it has to. It doesn't matter. It gets pulled 10 feet towards me regardless.
That's true. So
That's
here,
cool.
5, 10.
Tank.
So yeah, so it pulls towards you, and then it's right there, but now it's in melee with you as well.
Yeah, so it still gets to decide.
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So it hit me.
So it's gonna go ahead and attack you, Imogen.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage, correct. Which brings it to because it's frightened of her and still within eyesight. That puts it at a 11.
It doesn't hit me.
It goes to strike towards you, and you kind of rear back, but the magical mage armor suddenly lights up, and you see it dash off the strike. No effect against you. Finishing its go. Orem, you're up with Laudna on deck.
Okay, so Orem saw Imogen get rocked, so he's going to leap down into the doorway run up right in front of her and just sort of nudge her back with his shield arm. I'm going to spend a superiority die to switch places with her.
Okay.
And you gain 2 points to your AC. Through this turn, so your AC is 2 higher.
Really?
And
Does that buff with my mage armor that I did too?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm standing
this
in front of you. And just holding the shield in front of the little weirdo.
You got it.
Yep.
Okay, that finishes your go. Laudna, you're up with Fern on deck.
All right, I'm going to back up if I can towards the back, wall as far as I can, and I'm going to Bane. Of course, the Doogs.
Natural 19, so he resists it.
Doogs.
Sorry.
Duganator.
Oh, Duganator.
I'll Bane this one that's threatening my friends.
Right here?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then I'll Bane. Gosh, I have one more. I guess just this one who's closest.
Bane.
Bane. Do those don't count as
That guy goes to save and see if he's
frightened?
he's no longer frightened of you, but
he is not.
But he is Bane.
Does Bane not count as because it says if you hit something, then it? But that has to be an attack roll, correct? Is Bane?
Attack rolls and saving throws have minus 1d4, but technically it would have made it save before it got Bane. So
No, I mean
it doesn't go away.
with my with my form of dread, does Bane make them have to do a wisdom save or be afraid of me?
it's not an attack.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
It just says if you hit a creature.
Hitting something means you rolled an attack with that. I'm pretty sure.
Cool.
Pretty sure. We'll look it up.
Oh man.
But anyway, is that you want
That's
to?
my turn.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Love him.
I know, me too.
Fern, what you got?
Okay. That's the Doogs over there next to Ashton?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
With an attack roll.
Say the attack roll? Yeah, so as
I'm gonna get myself into that room.
okay. You can move over here.
Great. And I am going to shoot 3 scorching rays
Okay.
at Mr. Duggar.
All 3 at him?
Where are the other ones again?
There's 1 right there, and there's 2 over there.
Woof.
I wonder if they'll be called off if he. I'm gonna do 2 at him and 1 at one of the guys, one of the little ones over there.
Over by Dorian?
Yeah, you choose.
You got it.
It's just up to you.
Sure. Okay.
One of them is Bane.
Okay.
So roll for attacks against Duggar.
First one does not hit. Okay. Second one hits.
What'd you roll for the second one?
18 plus.
That definitely hits, yeah.
Okay.
And then for the other guy?
19.
Hits. So roll 2d6 damage for the hit on Duggar.
4 for the first one. And 7 for the second one.
7 for the second one.
Hey.
The one that you hit Duggar like kind of gets hit, and you see it kind of bounces off the shoulder a bit, burns him, but not terribly. You fire the second one, and it arcs just past the box, and the one that's standing above on top of it hits the one on the other side of Dorian, and you watch them just and explode.
Oh, they do explode.
Well, it lands. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Whoa. Pardon.
These ones aren't like the other ones.
I think for the mother. 15.
15. You take 1 point of fire damage.
That's not bad.
As it burns to ash, but you shrug it off. Okay. Fern.
And as a bonus action, I am going to bring my staff to life.
Okay.
Snakes at some point. They're ready to go.
Snakes are at the ready. You got it. Okay. Finishing Fern's go brings us to fresh cut grass with Dorian on deck.
Oh boy. No one's in the room with me?
Nope, you're alone.
And I'm stuck in the beer puddle, right?
Make a strength check for me, please.
All right. Oh boy. 6.
6. Your speed is 0. You are stuck. You're like.
How How's it going over there?
You gotta get you some glass.
I need some salt or some sand or something. I'm spinning out.
You can just barely see Fern and Imogen in the next room.
And I can't see any baddies, so I guess I'll just have to support then.
How are you doing, Imogen? Something really dripped. That was just crazy.
Stuff, yeah.
Drip, drip.
Well done.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. I can see Imogen, Fern, and a bit of Ashton. Oh, okay. Then that's it.
Imogen and Fern are the only ones you can see from this perspective where you are.
I don't know who's doing what. I guess I'll help Imogen, but I don't know what to help her with, so...
Aren't you fucked up? She's real hurt.
Yeah, I know. I can do healing word. That's not going to do much, but maybe I can do it at a higher level. Can I do it at a higher level? Does that work? Does that scale?
Yeah, because 2d4 as opposed to 1d4.
I'll do a second level healing word.
Go for it.
Okay. Okay, that's 2d4. 3. 3, that's 6 plus...
What's your wisdom modifier?
3.
So 9 points.
9
That's
points.
great.
There we go.
Okay, that helps.
More than halfway to full.
That's great.
What's the healing word?
Level 3.
The healing word is
Caleb remembers.
Carpe diem. Well, when we're in a real shitty situation, you just gotta seize it, you know?
Seize the shit. Thanks, letters.
All right, so finish your turn?
That's a bonus action, right? So, what can I do as an action?
Can you try to unstick yourself as an action? Is that...
Boy, oh boy.
If you want to spend an action to try and break free, I'll allow it.
Do you have
Okay, I can't cast another spell, so what I'll do as an action then, because I still got my grapple thing, I'll fire it and try to pull myself forward.
Interesting. Okay, yeah. So you go ahead and get the grapple arm out and go ahead and fire it. Go ahead and roll a strength check with advantage.
Okay. 13. 2.
Easy enough to do. You pull yourself forward. Catch yourself there. You land in another bit of muck. We'll deal with that next round. But at least you have a visual range of the chamber.
Yeah.
All right, that finishes your go. Dorian, you're up.
Fern nuked the second guy, right?
Correct.
So it's just 1v1 right now?
Mm-hmm.
Cool, pull out
You hear
my...
more skittering coming from down the hole in the wall.
Skittering!
How much skittering? How close is the skittering? Do I get to know?
You don't. It sounds like it's getting closer.
Fluff.
In the midst of all the sound and chaos around you, you're unable to really ascertain how close.
They better be a bit. Yeah, okay, I'll do this quick then. I'll pull up my Moon Touch Scimitar and I'll take a swipe at the creep up there.
Go for it.
Okay, beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. That's a 2!
That's just right.
It like jumps in the air, and it just skitters into the air around it, kind of scraping the back wall, no impact.
Oh, I hate you! And then I'll go clip my axe and I'll go another go for two-handed combat.
Do it.
Come on.
Please?
What is it?
Does that count as cocked? Probably not. It's very bad.
Oh no!
I'm gonna miss again. That would be, but maybe not. 11.
11 misses, unfortunately.
Oh, dang it!
And it will slippery dash away
No.
Oh, not the slippery
and head
dash.
over into that space.
With more on the way. Cool.
Wait, does he get an attack of opportunity? No,
Slippery dash and point.
Yeah.
All right. That finishes your turn.
Do I?
Slippy dash.
Slippy dash.
You can move if you want.
I want to move.
Yeah, we want to move.
I want to move away from the skitter hole because I'm all fucked up.
I understand.
That's my station.
Where can I even go to get me? I'm gonna get it swiped at everywhere, aren't I? Can I vault over that and try to get over to Orm's left without getting tagged?
So it's getting over there.
Oh, it's gooey.
You know,
Make a strength check.
Oh, well, this is gonna go great, I'm
Strength
sure.
saving throw, sorry.
Fuck me.
No.
6.
No.
6.
Robbie! Yeah.
I'm gonna mix them up. I'm gonna mix them up.
You missed twice. Vault over the box. Go towards Orem and then caught right there.
Gum! Gum trap!
All right.
Did you say cum trap?
No! Never! I have kids! Never!
Woo!
That's it.
Duggar.
Shit show.
Duggar's gonna go ahead and like.
Oh, this'll be fun.
Is Duggar within, right next to me, or?
No, Duggar is
Duggar's
way across the room
farther
from you.
Okay.
So go ahead and step forward, blades out, and kind of like walking forward towards the rest of your group. Not even looking at Laudna. Kind of like barely making a glance over to try and make all 4 strikes against you.
Yep.
Shield!
That is going to be 14 hit.
Shield.
It deflects the first strike. The next strike is a natural 1.
Yes.
Deflects the second one. Now the
She's so
rapier's coming
creepy.
in. That is going to be a 26 to hit. And 21 to hit. So the 2 rapier strikes come through. The 2 short swords like deflected. Angrily comes back with the other 2 strikes for 9 points of piercing damage for the first one. And 7 points of piercing damage for the second one.
Yeah, 16 total. Jesus.
God, thank God he missed on the first 2 though.
And my temporary hit points.
Oh, you
Heck,
had temporary
yes.
hit points.
Yeah.
Cool.
Form of dread.
Yep.
So I'm actually I'm okay. I'm actually okay. Okay, good. Pretty good.
All right.
Pretty good.
Is going to go ahead and then move slightly back there after expecting it just to eviscerate you and pull back a bit and just kind of look back to the rest of the group with kind of a come on. The shoulder hunch kind of curled down on the ground, ready. All right. With that, it's going to go ahead and bring us to, you hear the skittering once more from that opening back there. Another one emerges from the hole. It does take damage from the caltrops that were thrown down there, however.
Nice.
Not as much, but those are really messing up their entrances.
Does it have to do that deck save thing when you do it? I think it's 15, and then their movement speed is reduced if they fail. Should I double check that?
Let's double check that.
Oh, okay.
That would be
I'm saying for this, here's the thing. I'm doing this differently for the caltrops because this isn't so much like trying to run past it.
Right.
This is creatures scrambling up a really short space and then kind of grinding into them and pulling their way through. So so this is slowing their movement regardless. They have no way to avoid it as they emerge. And they take a little bit of damage as they come through.
Okay.
But at this point, the caltrops have been used. Like 3 of them have come through, and they've all been kind of steadily damaged as they do. Yeah. All right. Finishing that arrival, Ashton, you're up with Imogen on deck.
I'm going to saunter up to that asshole, Duggar, avoiding as much sticky as I can.
Yeah, there's none in this spot here.
Can I slowly start to rotate around them and try and get them into a good position against Laudna?
You mean over here?
Try and
Into a flanking
into a
position?
flanking position
With Laudna.
Yeah.
You can 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You could certainly try.
Sure.
All right, so you move around. There is an attack opportunity against you from the creeper. The creeper right there.
Suck it. And he also has Bane.
He does. I know. That is going to be 7. So just lashes out into nothing so far away from you. It's not even paying attention.
Yeah.
All right, so you move around.
Yep, I move around.
Like half standing on the bench there as Duggar's right
Getting
there.
up, setting up, and I'm going to take and I'm also going to make this a reckless attack.
Okay, and you haven't flanked.
Oh, fair point. So, never mind. That's God, I'm going blind. 19 to hit.
19 does hit.
And I'm gonna put a Chaos Burst in that.
Do it.
Just for fun. Let's see if I can find the die. Ooh, of cold damage. So let's... So many dice with barbarians. Okay, here we go. Oh, God, I'm just being a beast. 17 points of my normal damage.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm rolling so well when it comes to damage. And then 5 points of cold.
So 22 total.
Yes.
He's gonna go ahead and use his reaction to uncanny dodge that to 11.
Cool.
but takes the hit, but you see that kind of glances off the back. It hits the kind of the hunch of the shoulders, and it kind of squishes a little bit. It's gross. Is that your turn?
Yep. Keep dodging. Keep dodging.
Alrighty. That brings us to Imogen's go.
All right, I'm gonna step up. Am I within melee range of that little dude?
You are.
Okay, then I'm gonna step up next to him, and I'm gonna telekinetic shove him to the side so he's like 5 feet into the goop.
Okay. He does not make a save.
Okay.
Get shoved 5 feet into that.
And then my hair's gonna start to float up a little bit around me, and you're gonna see a little bit of electricity start to climb up my arm a bit, and I'm gonna cast Witch Bolt out onto Duger.
Okay, go ahead and roll an attack.
Duger. I'm adding my thing to that. Yeah, so that's 14 plus 6.
That's
So 20.
That does hit.
Okay.
Bardic Inspiration came in handy.
Yes. Okay, so that is a D12. Ooh, 11 points of electric damage.
Nice.
And I'm just gonna hold that beam on him.
So he is currently now being concentrated blast of Witch Bolt onto his form.
Take that, Neil Patrick Harris.
And have you hexed him yet? I think you mentioned you were going to.
I'm not. I have Bane up instead.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. So after the blast hits, the energy kind of bursts out of the chest for a bit. You can now see kind of arcing through his body in places, kind of lighting up around the dark cloak. And you can see now from the impacts he's taken the cloak, a better look of the inside of the body, and there's the dwarven form there, but the shoulders and back is like oddly swollen. Does that finish your turn? All right. It's now the Shade Creeper's turn.
Oh no.
This one's going to leap over and follow here. This one's going to rush forward there, and this one's going to go ahead and turn and rush over to you there, Ashton. So that's to strike against from your back, the one that just emerged. As you rush over and get stuck, it's going to come over. That's going to be a 14 to hit.
It does not.
You just managed to duck out of the way and use your blade to parry its claws off to the side. No effect.
To this later on. So thank you guys so much for coming out. I am going to stream something else, I think, a little here in a little bit. Just kind of give this game a little bit of a break, if you will. There we go. All right, and I will talk to you guys